It's ARP fasteners for whatever you race. From 2 wheels to 4. Off-road, on-road, even water. From the flat track to the salt flats. Grassroots racers, weekend warriors, and pros alike trust ARP. Made in America quality, family-owned and operated. When failure is not an option, it's ARP-Bolts.com. No matter what you race.
If your answer to the summer heat is let it rain, we're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
Right there, Hoffman flies off the front straightaway.
Lane picked up the third with Lane Memorial.
They call him the voodoo child in that zero.
It up the track, and just like that, Caleb Armstrong.
Travel wins at Jacksonville.
This year, we actually get to race.
These guys are sprint car drivers, stock car drivers, drifters. Here, they're going to drive something that requires a different sense of discipline.
It's a group of 12 guys who are really good at driving race cars.
Team NOS Zero Sugar.
Team NOS Original.
Team Sonic Sour. Team GT Grape.
We're not sure how these cars are going to drive.
Let's go racing.
Since their 2001 inception, DMI Racing Components have changed the game. From open-wheel suspension, steering, and driveline components to their line of Bulldog quick-change rears, they set the new standard for innovation, performance, and value. DMI and Bulldog products are backed by the best customer support in the industry with more than 150 years of race-winning experience. Let our experience help guide you to victory lane. We race, you race. Let's race together.
This is a DIRTVision special presentation. The best drivers, the best coverage. It's time to watch the greatest shows on dirt on DIRTVision.
Welcome into the 54th annual DIRTcar Nationals. All sorts of different kinds of race cars have rolled through here at the world's fastest half mile over the past 2 weeks. And tonight, the DIRTcar Late Models and USAC Non-Wing Sprint Cars are back for their second night of competition. Welcome in, my name is Ashton Smythe, and I'll be covering all of the action trackside for the DIRTcar Late Models, joined by Chris Steppen up in the booth in just a little bit. And Drake York and Brian Holbert will be on the call for the USAC Non-Wing Sprint Cars. And whether you're joining us here in beautiful Barberville, Florida, or watching at home on DIRTVision, thank you so much for spending your Tuesday evening with us. Now, like I said, we're here in beautiful Barberville, Florida, and it's turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous day, 78 degrees. 23% chance of rain, but it doesn't seem like it's going to affect us at all, except a few clouds in the sky, which are nice to cover from the sun just a little bit, and the breeze is blowing with 5-mile-per-hour winds. Another great day for racing here at the world's fastest half mile. And last night was no different. We saw an absolutely incredible 25-lap late model feature where Nick Hoffman claimed another Gator and his second late model Gator to add to his collection. So let's take a look at those highlights.
Late model main event off turn number 4. It's showtime on Monday night here in Volusia. Green flag is out. Let's see what happens and see how far we get. Kate Dillard down the back straightaway in the 97 will be your leader. So we work our way down the back sheet in the opening lap. It'll be Dillard, it'll be Hoffman, it'll be Ricky Thornton Jr. That's the top 3. Kate Dillard's going to lead the opening lap off turn at number 497. Fog getting thicker and thicker around Volusia Speedway Park. Nick Hoffman's going to steal the race lead from Kate Dillard here, and you've got a new leader on lap number 11. Boy, good racing going on behind your leader. Nick Hoffman's just trying to figure out where those slower cars are not going to go. They all drop to the bottom. He goes to the top. Ricky Thornton Jr. has pounced. He'll move by to the runner-up spot in the 20RT. Thornton out of the second position. Third is still Dillard. Here comes Davenport. Davenport to the inside of Gustin. Nick Hoffman in the 9 continues to try to stretch it. Thornton now trying to charge after him in 20 RT. Dillard still 3rd. Gustin back around Davenport to 4th. Lap traffic is thick. So is the fog. Down the backstretch, it's still the 9. And big move right there. Can he clear both of those cars? Ryan Gustin again going to power to the outside of the 20 RT of Ricky Thornton Jr. Boy, Nick Hoffman just made the move of the night right there. He went by both lap cars. He went by Frank Heckeness Jr. and the 12 of Ashton Winger, and that might have done it. We'll see. We've still got 5 to go. Nick Hoffman has stretched it to 3 seconds. All eyes on the battle for second. Thornton's got it right now. Gustin Davenport and the 76 of Brandon Overton all inside the top 5. He'll move into the 4 spot. Great charge forward for Blair here at the end. Off turn number 4, though, we're going to wrap this thing up. Checkered flag in the air. Nick Hoffman wins the opening night of the DIRTcar Nationals for the late models.
Nick Hoffman added his name to the list of drivers who picked up a win throughout the 2025 Speed Weeks as we round out with the last week here at Volusia Speedway Park. Like I said, Nick Hoffman picked up the win last night, but it was a rather different feature than what we're used to seeing out of the late models here at the world's fastest half mile. It ran green to checkered and in just over 7 minutes. That's really impressive, and it surprised a lot of the drivers, but it made for a great feature as they were also battling the fog that was rolling through the inside of the racetrack here. And a driver who told us yesterday in Victory Lane, I couldn't see the flags, I couldn't see the scoreboard, I wasn't entirely sure what was happening, but ended up with a podium run, Jonathan Davenport. Now, Jonathan Davenport might tell you that Volusia Speedway Park is not his kind of racetrack and he's not a huge fan of it, but his 2025 stats do not prove that point at all. Back in January at Sunshine Nationals, he picked up 2 second-place runs and topped it off with a 3rd-place finish here last night, but he's still missing that win here at Volusia Speedway Park. When we caught up with him earlier on, we talked to him about what about this racetrack and him that kind of just have been clicking in 2025, and what's that missing piece for Jonathan Davenport.
It's been a missing piece for me ever since I've started coming to this place. That's probably definitely the most consistent I've ever been here. I don't know that I've ever had 2 seconds and a 3rd in all my other starts, really. I won 1 race here on a Wednesday night when it rubbered up, but other than that, I might have run 2nd maybe 1 time. So that was our goal coming here, was to get another feature win, and then when everything was said and done Saturday night, take that Big Gator back with us. So that's the ultimate goal, and that's what we're going to work for. And we've already crossed off a few things off our list, and you know, with me getting older on up in my career, that's one thing that I haven't done yet, and one thing I want to cross off also. Just got a really consistent car right now. My guys are doing an excellent job for me, giving me a really great car, night in and night out.
Jonathan Davenport with an impressive start to his 2025, picking up multiple podiums here at Volusia Speedway Park and 2 wins overall at Speed Weeks, and hoping to cap it off here with hopefully a Big Gator championship, something he hasn't done quite yet in his career. Now keep that in mind. The Big Gator is on everyone's mind as we round up to night number 2 here at Volusia Speedway Park. And let's talk about the race and some of the guys who might be in the hunt for a Big Gator who performed really well last night. Nick Hoffman, RTJ, JD, podium last night on night number 1. No really surprises there, but there was a few drivers who might have had an underwhelming or underperformance last night. Bobby Pierce finished in 9th. Devin Moran finished in 11th. Cade Dillard started on the pole and fell back to 7th throughout the 25-lap feature. Tyler Erb, Turbo, we saw him race his way in through a last chance showdown, someone we're not used to seeing that number 1 car. But 2 drivers who had a stellar performance last night, Brandon Overton and Ryan Gustin, kicked off their last week of Speed Weeks here very, very strong. Now, we caught up with both of these drivers earlier on about how their week's been and what they ranked last night. Now, Ryan Gustin came home with a 5th place run after starting in 6th. And Brandon Overton picked up a 6th place run after starting in 10th, passing 4 cars, something we did not see a lot of last night during the feature. So we talked to them earlier on about what last night was and how they build upon to that to pick up a Big Gator at the end of the week.
I had a pretty good car in the feature, I felt like. I feel like I did use my tires up a little bit too early, trying to leave the top coming off 4 and stuff. But it is what it is. Like I said, it was a brand new race car, and it was pretty good. I mean, I feel like we are where we need to be to finish on the podium or even win a race. I feel like they're in the, I don't know, the later stages of that race. I felt like I was really kind of reeling them guys in, and then it did take rubber on the bottom, so it's kind of, you know, just hanging out there. But it is what it is. I feel like we got one of the fastest cars here. We just got to put the whole deal together. Hopefully, not being a 6-heat race and have to start 6 would help too. You got to be standing on that podium about every night, because I'm sure one of these guys are going to be, you know. So if we can win a couple races and not finish out of top 5, I feel like we got a shot at it.
I felt really good the first 10, 11 laps, and then it kind of laned up and just didn't get in front of the guys before they found the rubber. With the sprint cars here, the track should be about the same. They kind of make their lane a little different. They enter so much lower, and they push it wide in the center, so you got to have a little freer car qualifying. So we're going to start there. We're going to make sure we get qualified good, and yeah, just stay up front every night. Really, don't do anything stupid. We obviously are trying to just keep creeping and build us a notebook. And I said, you got to take. I guess you got to do what you got to do to win the races and be up front, but just not do anything to put you in a bad situation and hope for the best.
Both of those drivers hoping to one-up their performance from last night with rather a podium finish or a win, but let's take a second and look at their stats since 2021 here at Volusia Speedway Park. The Reaper has picked up 2 wins, whereas Big Sexy has 3, but their top 10s, top 5s are almost similar in the same amount of starts. So both of those drivers are hoping for a Big Gator at the end of this week and a strong showing here at Volusia Speedway Park. Now you hear the USAC Non-Wing Sprint Cars behind me. They're rolling off for engine heat, but let's take a second to look at the schedule. They will kick off the night with their hot lap and qualifying sessions. Then the DIRTcar Late Models will hit the track for their hot lap and group qualifying sessions. Then we will take a break from on-track action for opening ceremonies before we kick it off with the USAC Sprint Car heat races. There will be 4 of them and 8 laps apiece. Then we will have 6 DIRTcar Late Model heat races, 8 laps apiece. Then the Sprint Cars back out on the track for their B main with 12 laps. Late Model Last Chance Showdowns, we will have 3 of them and 10 laps apiece before the USAC Sprint Cars take to the track for their feature event, and 30 laps on the docket for tonight. And at the end, we will give away a Big Gator for the USAC Non-Wing Sprint Cars, and to close off the night, the DIRTcar Late Model feature and their 25 laps. Now everyone's mind is set on a Big Gator and hopefully adding their name to that list of 2025 Speed Week winners here, capping it off at Volusia Speedway Park. Chris, it was a great race last night, and we're looking forward to another great one here tonight.
Thank you, Ashton. Appreciate that. We are moments away from hot laps for the USAC Sprint Cars. They've rolled in the racetrack, just about ready to go. Brian Hulbert, we should be ready to go with hot laps, then qualifying for the USAC cars. And like I said, like Ashton said, we'll come back and hot lap and qualify for the late models. But you guys on the racetrack, ready to go?
Just about. Thank you very much. Cars begin to peel down into the infield. The cars that remain on track will be a part of a Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's presentation of the United States Auto Club featuring the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1, circling the racetrack. First driver to tell you about is out of Setzer, California, driven the Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Indy Power Sports, Forecheck Marketing, Indy Custom Stone, number 57. That is Logan Seavey. Logan Seavey in the number 57. The number 16, Harley Burns out of Brazil, Indiana, the Britt Arrow, Timberland Lumber Company, Jason Kiefer Racing, Youngblood Farms, Ace Construction, number 16, circling the racetrack as well as the field will begin to wind up here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1. The 51, that is Mike Hagenbottom out of Levittown, Pennsylvania, the 10 Hoagie Customs at DMI Performance, Grinder Manufacturing at number 51. 45N out of Tilmore, New South Wales, Australia, driven the Davis brothers. Glitch Construction, Claxton Ripper, number 45N. First trip to Volusia yesterday. The 4J, the 2024 Rush Sprint Champion out of Toronto, Ohio. The Reisman Body Shop done on DRC number 4J. That is John Mollick. John Mollick in the number 4J. The 19. On track turning laps. We've got both Mitchell Moles and Hayden Reinbold out on the Speedway. A little bit of problems towards the end of last night's feature. Jake Swanson on track at speed. The Snake Enterprises Inland Rigging, one-way DRC number 5T. Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2. Remember, Dirt Draft's the first and only fantasy racing app where you can compete against fans from all over the world by choosing a team of 5 drivers from each USAC event. Based off your driver's results from tonight's event, you're then awarded points which you can use for USAC tickets, broadcast, merchandise, and much, much more. New for 2025, you can start your very own private league. Exclusive offerings here during Florida Speed Weeks. You can create a private league just for family, friends, or the racing community. You can start anytime. Custom leaderboards, flexible buy-in options, and exciting rewards as you get points in the speed shop. Download the Dirt Draft app today or go to DIRTDraft.com. Use referral code USAC when signing up to receive a free t-shirt. So cars in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2 begin to make their way out to the surface. Real quick, let's go to Drake York.
In the pit at Volusia Speedway Park. Obviously, the first group of hot laps now just coming off the racing surface, but one thing to remember tonight here for the final night, we're here during DIRTcar Nationals, is all these drivers racing for a Big Gator. Jake Swanson, the first USAC Big Gator winner here back in 2023 with the sweep last year. Logan Seavey was the Big Gator winner here last year, and I know that's a trophy. All the guys, no matter what you're racing, whether it's a wing sprint car, big block modified, late model, what have you, including a non-wing sprint car, that's a trophy everybody wants, and that's going to be something to follow all night long. And how you get the Big Gator, it's pretty much like a point championship, a series within a series, kind of like what we talk about with Indiana Sprint Week, but it's just the 2 nights here at Volusia Speedway Park. So the best in points over the 2 nights here at Volusia walks away with the Big Gator at the end of the night. We'll see if Kyle Cummins can be the second driver here in 2 years to sweep both nights and get the Big Gator. Just another story to follow here during Winter Dirt Games opening 2 races here at Volusia.
Indeed, thank you very much. Cars on track for Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2. Trey Osborne with a fresh bullet beneath the bonnet of the Industrial Hydraulics Incorporated jet fuel trailer cells, Kirkshire powered, Triple X chassis number 6T. He'll start to come to speed on the back straightaway. The 5G, that is Gunnar Setzer to Columbus, Indiana. The Davis Brothers, S&C Machine, Stanton Ripper, and Transport Chrome Dome number 5G. Streaking down the front straightaway, coming off a turn number 4. That is Tom Harris at Banbury, Oxfordshire, United Kingdom. The Skegness Raceway, Claxton Spike Chalkstick, Seminites.com, number 84. Going to work onto the back straightaway. Kevin Thomas Jr., the Inferno Armor. Majestic Electric, Stanton Mach 1 Chassis, CSI, Eddie Gilstrand Motors, Lucas Oil Center, Rocksteady Racing, number 3R at speed around to the near side of the Speedway. And Kevin Thomas Jr. currently 3rd overall as they'll come around. And the driver that just went to the top of the speed charts, he's on screen now. That's Justin Grant out of Ione, California. The NOS Energy Drink, MPV Logistics, Top Industries, Indy Custom Stone, Kessler Maxim, number 4. The M1, that's Mark Smith out of Sunbury, Pennsylvania. Driving the Simpson Race Products, A1 Machine, Mach 1 Chassis, number M1. He was a one-man band for the most part last night. Member of his crew not able to make it till pretty much heat races had wrapped up. A little bit more help here to get things rolling and start off his evening. Again, coming off the $10,000 score Saturday down in Hendry County. That was a combined effort of the USCS and Florida Top Gun sprints. So Justin Grant right now quickest at a 17.462, 17.740 for Kevin Thomas Jr. Mitchell Moles a 17.897, Jaden Rogers 18.036, and Tom Harris 18.179. Currently make up the 5 quickest drivers. For the second season, you can be part of the action with a chance to win with Play USAC, offering you, the fans, ways to put money on your favorite drivers. Top sportsbook and daily fantasy providers are offering odds and exclusive sign-up offers for USAC racing fans. There's never been a better time to give it a try. Go to nxtbets.com/playusac for more information on the broadcast. You can scan the QR code to find out what's available in your state. Void where prohibited, must be 21 years or older to participate. Please play responsibly and fight back against addiction. If you find yourself in trouble, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Quick reminder that all odds on drivers are provided to the United States Auto Club by NXT Bets. And a quick check of those odds. Logan Seavey remains the odds-on favorite after his sweep 1 year ago, plus 184. Brady Bacon put it on the pole last night. Ended up with a podium finish at plus 557. Dason Persley ended up second last night at plus 1015. Justin Grant plus 1081. Kyle Cummins, last night's winner, is plus 1487 tonight. So a $100 bet could net you $1,587, a $1,487 profit. So again, for more information and to sign up and to find out what's available in your state, go to nxtbets.com/playusac. Ricky Lewis fighting some mechanical gremlins last night. He's on track right now out of Oxnard, California. The Coyote Candle Company, Mississippi Valley Transportation, D Transport, Stensland, DRC, Inferno Armor, Haley Motorsports, number 41. The 4K, she comes to you out of Dillsboro, Indiana. Driver of the Southern Insurance, Heavy Duty Truck and Transmission Services, Clark's Home Service, Industrial Hydraulics Incorporated, Blood Lubricants, number 4K. That is Kayla Rell. Kayla Rell on the 4K. Brian Ruhlman out of Clark Lake, Michigan. Ruhlman Engineering, Don Ott Maxon, number 49, coming to speed. The 15, Carson Garrett out of Littleton, Colorado. The Hornbeck Concrete, Daywig Meats, K&K Excavating, One-Way DRC, BGE Motorsports, number 15. He'll make his way around to the front straightway. Rolling through turns at 3 and 4 right now, Eddie Vansell. He is out of Olney, Illinois. The Lazy A Body Shop, Cummins DRC, 618 Construction, Southern Illinois Machine, number 7V. Making the long trip out of Chino Hills, California, the Specialty Fasteners, PR Motorsports, King Racing Products, Bell Helmets, number 51C, Eddie Tafoya Jr. Night ending in the Elliott's Custom Toyota Car semi-feature event last night. We'll see if he can better his run here tonight as they're coming around to the wave of the white flag here in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Right now working on set number 3. Kobe Simpson was on screen there for a moment. Now looking at Brady Bacon out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Concord American Flagpole, Macri Concrete, Rider of Triple X Chassis, Chris Dyson Racing, number 20. Third place finish last night here at Volusia. 5-time winner in Winter Dirt Games competition. All those wins coming at the egg-shaped oval of Ocala Speedway. Of course, we'll be back at Ocala starting tomorrow all the way through Saturday. 6,000 win last night, 10,000 win tonight. 6, 75, and 10,000 to end out the week here with Winter Dirt Games. So Bacon goes to the top of the speed chart, 17.114. Justin Grant, 17.462. Ricky Lewis, 17.490. Carson Garrett, 17.684. And a 17.696 for Eddie Tafoya Jr. That's your top 5 currently. Podium finish last time for the driver rolling out to the Speedway to Locust Grove, Oklahoma. The Avante Windows and Doors, PristineAuction.com, NOS Energy, CB Industries number 86. That is Dason Persley. Dason Persley in the number 86. In the Petty Performance Racing, Avante Windows and Doors, Apache Transport, Premier Recycling, Stanton Mach 1 number 3P. That is Kyle Cummins on the back straightaway. Kyle Cummins in the 3P. The driver in 12 is Robert Bellou out of Rockland, California. The Suburban Subaru, Deaton's Waterfront Services, Donald DRC, Berks Western Telecom Core Installation number 12. And the 88J, Joey Amanti out of Mount Pocono, Pennsylvania. The JP Masonry Newman's Triple X Chassis number 88. So as the cars continue to make their way out, let's go ahead and check in with Drake York once again.
Draft driver v driver matchup here for the final night of our stay here at Volusia Speedway Park, part of Winter Dirt Games. Chase Stockin, your winner out of the driver v driver matchup tonight, or excuse me, last night. He goes up against Logan Stevie tonight. Chase Stockin on the left-hand side of your screen. You can find him post-race in the public lobby at USAC Driver 1. He's got Kyle Cummins, of course, last night's winner, himself, Jaden Rogers, Hayden Reinbold, and Brian Ruhlman. And his opposition, Logan Stevie, who's always really good at the dirt draft, either in the leagues or on the dirt draft driver v driver matchup. He's got himself, Cale Drake, Stevie Sussex, Kobe Simpson, and Tom Harris. So interesting to see how that'll shake out as we keep moving along with dirt draft high laps. By the way, just like tonight, whoever wins the driver v driver matchup will play again tomorrow, Brian.
Thank you very much. Getting a look at that number 92 machine, driven by Chase Stockin there for a moment. Cale Drake on screen now in the 2B. Driver to Collinsville, Oklahoma, the Benninger Prizes entry. The 5, Stevie Sussex, not on track last night, the Baldwin Fox Racing entry. In action here tonight and the rest of the week to round out Winter Dirt Games. The 39G, Matt Goodnight also on track. He makes his way down to the bottom side of turns 1 and 2. And the Pala Builders entry. And then the Oshucks Roasted Corner with 39, Briggs Danner, Pennsylvania driver, making his way over into turns 3 and 4 right now. Final flight of your Dirt Draft Hot Laps on track. So checker flag will fly. Last night's Honest Abe Roofing Quick Qualifier. Fastest right now in Dirt Draft Hot Laps, Dason Persley. It is 16.807 thousandths, mere thousandths of a second off of unseating CJ Leary for the one-lap track record during qualifying yesterday. As the Curb Records, Team Arizona, Curb Ekajani, number 21, pulled off early during his hot lap session. Drake going to go down and try to see what is going on there. The crew getting the car refired and back down into their pit. As Honest Abe Roofing qualifying coming up here in just a moment. Honest Abe Roofing, America's reliable roofer, will present the Fast Qualifying Award for all 3 of USAC's national divisions throughout the 2025 season. Honest Abe has been installing, repairing, and maintaining residential roofs since 2005, and they want to give you the perfect roof to protect your home and keep you comfortable. Honest Abe provides the fastest service in the roofing industry, and they're supporting the fastest driver in qualifications. Go to honestaberoofing.com today to schedule your free roof inspection. On cue, I believe, Drake York with an update down to the pits.
Well, Brian, you just mentioned CJ Leary and the Team Arizona Curb Ekajani and 21 AZ group just fired off this car. Talked to CJ's dad, Chuck, just a few moments ago. He said the car just stopped running in hot laps, so good to see it has power, and hopefully should be good to go here for Honest Abe Roofing qualifying as the first 3 cars head out to the Speedway.
Thank you very much. First 3 drivers on track will make their way around to start the clock. We'll find Mitchell Moles out of Raisin City, California, the AME Electrical, the CFL Transportation, Kaiser, number 19 AZ. His teammate, Hayden Reinbold, out of Gilbert, Arizona, the AME Electrical, Avante Windows and Doors, Indy Race Parts, number 19. On track as well with the 45N, the driver out of Tillamore, New South Wales, Australia, the Ripper, Claxton Power, Davis Brothers. Yes, Valley Waste Services, number 45N, that is Troy Carey. Troy Carey in the 45. Hayden Reinbold coming around in his opening lap. He is quickest right now, a 16.796. unseating Mitchell Moles at a 16.938, 18.591 for Troy Carey. Moles comes around, retakes it, 16.594. Aiden Reinbold quicker on lap number 2, but not on position. Turns a 16.603. So Mitchell Moles will establish the mark for everybody. The driver to Raisin City, California, turning a 16.594. 10th last night in your feature event. Has 15 career Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifying runs. Next 3 cars out to the Speedway include your defending series champion, Logan Seavey out of Southern California, the Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Indy Power Sports, Vortech Marketing, Indy Custom Stone, Osler Group number 57. He'll come around to start the clock. Following him is going to be John Mollick, the 2024 Rust Sprint champion, last night ending in a semi-feature event. And the Reisman Body Shop down on DRC chassis entry, and the 51 at Levittown, Pennsylvania, the 10 Hoagie Customs. Max at number 51, that is Mike Hagenbottom. Hagenbottom at number 51. The CV around on lap number 1 goes second quick, a 16.602, 166.02 seconds for the driver number 57. End up slipping back to a 6th place finish last night here at Volusia. Comes around lap number 2. And better with a quick time at a 16.573, 165.73 seconds. Logan Seavey to the top of the boards at 57. John Mollick 4th quick at a 16.882, and Mike Hagenbottom goes to 5th quick at a 17.749. Winner here in 2023 will roll out to the Speedway. Jake Swanson out of Anaheim, California. The Snake Enterprises, Inland Rigging, One-Way DRC Chassis, Doughboys LLC, Dirt Roots Digital, number 5T. Out to the Speedway. He will come around to start the clock. Other 2 drivers on track include the 66 of Jaden Rogers out of Worthington, Indiana, the Mighty Kind Cannabis Seltzer, Spec Power, J&J Chassis, Shane Wade Enterprises, Amati Racing, number 66, and the 16 of Harley Burns out of Brazil, Indiana, driver the Brit Arrow, DRC Chassis, Timberland Lumber Company, number 16. Swanson, lap number 1, going to be 4th quick at a 16.647. Jaden Rogers, 6th quick on his opening lap, a 17.192. And Harley Burns, a 17.407, puts him 7th quick currently. Swanson around lap number 2, better. Quick time at a 16.457, 16.457 for Jake Swanson. Jaden Rogers, slower lap number 2. He'll stand on his opening lap of 17.192. Harley Burns, likewise, opening lap 17.407 will be his best attempt. But right now, you got a new quick qualifier. Jake Swanson in 5 at a 16.457. Again, the track record, C.J. Leary establishing that 1 year ago at a 16.151, 107.436 average miles per hour. As our next 3 contestants roll out to the Speedway, the 3R of Kevin Thomas Jr. trips the clock in the Inferno Armor, Majestic Electric, CSI, Stanton Mach-1 Chassis, Lucas Oil Center, Rock City Racing entry. Justin Grant out of Ione, California, the NOS Energy, MPV Logistics, Kistler Max at number 4, also on track. As is the M1 of Mark Smith, the driver to Sunbury, Pennsylvania, the Simpson Race Products, Simpson Mach-1 Chassis number M1. Justin Grant, now your quickest car out of qualifying at a 16.428, 164.28 seconds for the driver of the NOS Energy number 4. Kevin Thomas Jr. better on lap number 2, 4th quick at a 16.585. Lap number 2 better, 16.304 seconds. Justin Grant is now your quick qualifying driver. Driver to Columbus, Indiana, rolling out to the Speedway. That is Gunnar Setzer, driver of the Davis Brothers S&C Machine, Stanton Ripper, number 5G. He'll come around to start the clock of the Davis Brothers entry. Following in behind him, going to be the 84, Tom Harris, out of Banbury, Oxfordshire, United Kingdom, the Skegness Raceway, Claxton Spike entry, and the 6T. It's the tall one, Trey Osborne out of Columbus, Ohio, the Industrial Hydraulics Incorporated, Kirchner Triple X Chassis, Hidden Hook Hollow Farms, number 6T. Gunnar Setzer, 10th quick in his opening lap, a 17.223. Tom Harris going 11th quick at a 17.335. Osborne in the 6T, he'll take over the 11th spot at a 17.306. So we'll see if Setzer's better on lap number 2. He is, picks up 1 to 9th at a 17.088. Tom Harris, big improvement on lap number 2, goes to a 16.776. He'll jump to 7th. And Trey Osborne up into the top 10 at a 16:09.59. They're all chasing Justin Grant, though. A 16:304 second lap is the one to beat right now. A lot of speed during dirt draft hot laps. We'll see if it translates over into Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Brady Bacon at a Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. The Concord American Flagpole Rider, Triple Deck Chassis, Macri Concrete, Hefner Enterprises, number 20. Out to the Speedway, as is Carson Garrett at a Littleton, Colorado. The Hornbeck Concrete, Daywig meets K&K Excavated, number 15. And the 49, Brian Ruhlman at a Clark Lake, Michigan. And the Ruhlman Engineering entry on track as well. Bacon 7th quick in his opening lap, a 16:663. Carson Garrett 11th quick at a 16:942. And lap number 1 for Brian Ruhlman. Going to go 15th quick at a 17:334. Bacon off at turn number 4, looking for more speed on lap number 2. He finds it, but doesn't improve position. A 16:622. Carson Garrett jumps to 8th quick in his second time around, a 16:685. And Brian Ruhlman 15th quick in his opening lap, goes to 13th quick at a 17:053. Kayla Rail going to pull out to the Speedway in Dillsboro, Indiana, driving the Southern Insurance, Don-Ott-powered Spike Chassis, Blood Lubricants, Next Gen Builders, Clark's Home Services, number 4K. Finishing 19th in last night's feature event here with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. She's going to be joined on track by the 51T of Eddie Tafoya Jr. at Chino Hills, California. Driving the Specialty Fasteners, BR Motorsports, King Racing Products, Rider DRC number 51T, and Eddie Vansell. And of Olney, Illinois, the Lazy 8 Body Shop, Southern Illinois Machine, number 7B. Also out on the Speedway, Kayla Rail, 17:755. Puts her 18th quick right now. Vansell, 17:969. As Kayla Rail, second time around, better. She goes to 16th for a moment. Tafoya going to take that spot away, drops her to 17th. Tafoya, 17:352. Kayla Rail, 17:392. And Vansell, a 17:969. Runner-up finish for the driver on track last night at Lucas Grove, Oklahoma. The Avanti Windows endorsed, PristineAuction.com, NOS Energy Drinks, CB Industries, Stanton-powered Spike number 86. That is Dason Persley. Dason Persley in the number 86. Qualifying along with the 41 of Ricky Lewis out of Oxnard, California. Driven the care of the Canada Company, Mississippi Valley Transportation, Morris Farmsteads on DRC in front of Armor entry. And final driver on track is the 21K, Kobe Simpson, engine. Adding some unneeded windows last night, so having to swap power plants on the number 21K, but he is back at speed here tonight. Lap number 1 for Dason Persley. Quick time at a 16:275. 16:275 seconds for Dason Persley. Coming around lap number 2. Is he quicker? No. 16:276. He'll stand on lap number 1 at 16:275. Ricky Lewis, 10th quick. His opening lap, his best attempt, is 16:711. And Kobe Simpson, 17:336. His second time by in the 21K puts him 18th on the field currently. So last night's Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier climbs to the back to the top of the speed charts with a 16:275. Dason Persley leads the group right now. Justin Grant, Jake Swanson, Logan Seavey, Kevin Thomas Jr. That is your top 5 as we roll into the final few cars of qualifying. Robert Bellou on track at Rockland, California, driving the Suburban Subaru. Dean's Waterfront Services, Brooks Western Telecom, core installation number 12. Chase Stockin at Fort Branch, Indiana, the GetLucasOil.com, Kistler DRC, England Machine and Tool number 92 on track, along with the 39G of Matt Goodnight at Winchester, Indiana. Robert Bellou, a 16:870. Stockin, a 16:786. And Goodnight, a 17:081 on their opening laps. Stockin going to end up 12th quick. His opening lap will be his best attempt. Robert Bellou, 13th quick. Likewise, his opening lap, a 16:870. And Matt Goodnight, a 16:917, currently puts him 16th on the field. Destination Victory Lane last night here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Out to qualify here in round 2 at Princeton, Indiana comes the Avante Windows and Doors Premier Recycling, Petty Performance Racing, Stanton Mockwood chassis number 3P. That is Kyle Cummins. Kyle Cummins in the number 3P. Cale Drake at Collinsville, Oklahoma. 7th place finish for this driver last night. In the Pendleton Farms, Bennick Enterprises, Honest Abe Roofing, John and Cheryl Long, Hoosier Tire number 2B. And Joey Amantia, the 88J. 16th place in last night's A main. Is your third driver on track. Cummins around the lap number 1, third quick at a 16.442. He'll bring her off at turn number 4. We'll see if he finds some more speed on lap number 2. Not quite. 16.473, a 16.442. He'll stand on his opening lap in third quick. Cale Drake ends up 16th at a 16.896, and Amantia 19th. Second time around, his best attempt at a 16.949. Driver rolling into turns 3 and 4 out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Top 5 finish for this driver one night ago. Breaks Danner. In the Schneider & Sons Recycling, Oshucks Roasted Corn, Boulevard Truck Repair, Apache Transport, Davis Brothers number 39. Joined by Stevie Sussex out of Tempe, Arizona. His first trip to the Volusia Speedway Park at the Baldwin Fox Racing. Donut DRC chassis number 5. A little bit of a problem there at the exit of turn number 2 for that driver. Breaks Danner a 17.410 in his opening lap. Sussex an 18.552. So Briggs Danner, second time around better, 16.552. Jump him to 5th fastest. Problems persisting in keeping the Team Arizona Kerr Bagagini racer number 21 AZ pit side. So he will miss his original qualifying position. He'll get 1 lap on the clock. The Curb Records, Kodiak Products, Oakcraft, Elegant Cabinetry, Apache Transport, one-way power, DRC chassis number 21 AZ. Going to work over onto the back straightway. Current track record holder here in USAC AMSOIL Sprint Car competition. So that will wrap up Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Brady Bacon, 10th quick tonight. Hayden Reinbold was 9th. Mitchell Moles was 8th. Kevin Thomas Jr. was 7th. Logan Seavey was 6th. Briggs Danner was 5th. Jake Swanson was 4th. Kyle Cummins 3rd. Justin Grant, and he's going to climb on stage one more time. The driver of the CB Industries, number 86 at Locust Grove, Oklahoma. Race fans, give him a hand. Dason Persley, tonight's quick qualifier. Let's send it down to Drake.
For the 9th time in his USAC National Sprint Car career and the 2nd time in 2 nights, Dason Persley, your Honest Abe Roofing quick time qualifier. And Dason, you and I had a really good conversation at Ocala during practice, talking about the difference the wing speed here at Volusia makes. Obviously, in the non-wing car, you're still going pretty fast, but to get in those laps really help you, especially with the speed difference that comes with running a wing sprint car here compared to a non-wing sprint car.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, it's the first race of the season, so all these guys got to kind of dust up the cobwebs a little bit, and it feels a little bit slower to me. So, yeah, just, this CB Industries, Avante Windows and Doors, Nelson Dream Pristine Auction 86 non-wing car is good right now, and we send to be able to have a good qualifying run like the midget. It's we just need a little, race a little bit better. So came up 1 spot short last night, but hopefully the track will be a little bit more wide and we can kind of make our moves and see if we can get 1 spot better here tonight.
And if everything goes to plan, you'll again start 6th in tonight's feature event. And you found something late in the race, but obviously no matter who those 5 cars in front of you are, they're going to be good race cars and they're going to be tough race cars to pass. How do you change up the game plan to get to the front a little bit quicker? than you did last night?
Yeah, I think last night I just kind of got stuck by moving around. I felt like I was pacing Kyle and Brady well. It was just hard to kind of move around. And then once I started moving around, Justin kind of capitalized on those arrows, and then he was able to get me. And then come find the restart, moving around actually helped me a little bit, and I was able to get down the bottom, down the back straightaway, and get by Brady and Justin. So just have to be there a little bit closer to Kyle. And when you get good race car drivers on the pole like that, it's kind of hard to really, catch up to them. So once again, we'll try to do it from 6 to 9 and be just one spot better.
Jason Persley, he has said that to me about 4 or 5 times. He desperately wants to be one spot better tonight. That's all we got for you here for the moment when it comes to AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car Championship Racing. When we come back on Flow Racing, heat race action from Volusia Speedway Park.
Late models making their first appearance on the Speedway tonight. Hot lap session number 155. A DIRTcar Super Late Models in the pit area tonight that will compete. Here are the cars you'll see down the back straightaway. First driver's a 20RT. That's Ricky Thornton Jr. He's out of Chandler, Arizona. In that 20RT, that Killer Motorsports car working on the top side of turns 3 and 4. Right behind him, one of the 5 drivers that did not compete last night, but he will tonight. That is Newport, Tennessee's Jimmy Owens. Owens, of course, in that 20 car, is Kohler Motorsports teammate, working down the front straightaway. Right behind him, the 6 car. Again, that'll be Michael Chilton tonight. He's out of Salvisa, Kentucky. Behind the wheel of that, Hatcher Motorsports number 6. Also on the racetrack, the 99 car. That's Frank Heckenest Jr. Frankie's out of Frankfort, Illinois, in that Heckenest Racing number 99 Jr. Also on the racing service, the 19R car, driver to Marshalltown, Iowa, it's the Reaper. Ryan Gustin in the Cooney Motorsports 19R. Down the front straightaway, right behind him, the 111 car. Had a good charge into the top 5 last night. Driver to Centerville, Pennsylvania. That'll be Max Blair. Blair in that Centerline Motorsports 111 car as he works his way into turn number 1. Also on the racetrack, first hot lap session, you'll find Brandon Shepard. He's in that Rocket House car. Swimmer Camp Ridges 1. He's out of New Berlin, Illinois. In the 1 car, the final drivers in this group, you find the 49 of Jake Tim. Jake in a Winona, Minnesota. Of course, in that Gorilla Mill Herco 49, and the 000 cars out there as well. That's Shermansdale, Pennsylvania's Matt Naylor. Naylor in that McNeil's Towing 000. First hot lap session of the night for the DIRTcar Late Models. Again, 55 cars on the property tonight. Still a couple drivers in the pit area not racing with us tonight. There are over 60 cars here. There are 5 or 6 of them that are going to wait until either tomorrow or Thursday night to unload. Checkered in the yellow coming out at the same time. Ricky Thornton Jr., 15.693. 156.93, the fastest lap here in group number 1 for Ricky Thornton Jr. Similar speeds to hot laps last night. It was right in the mid-15 seconds. Next group set to roll onto the front straightaway. First driver out will be Dalton Wilson, driver out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. In the 18D cars, he works his way down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Other cars rolling down the front chute. The 81J car, that'll be Jack Riggs. Jack out of Nolensville, Tennessee. Behind the wheel of the 81J, Devin Moran on the racetrack as well. Devin out of Dresden, Ohio. Behind the wheel of the 99 into turn number 1. There's Jason Riggs. He's on the racetrack as well. He's out of College Grove, Tennessee in that 81 car. Here at the flag stand, you'll find the 157. That's Mike Marler, driver to Winfield, Tennessee. Behind the wheel of the 157, and right behind him will be Las Cruces, New Mexico's Garrett Alberson. Alberson in 58. Final 3 cars rolling down the front straightaway. The 1 car, that'll be New Waverly, Texas racer Tyler Erb. In that black and green number 1. Right behind him, you'll find Kyle Bronson, driver to Brandon, Florida in the orange 40B. And the final driver on the racetrack in this group be the 96 car. That's Tanner English. Tanner's out of Benton, Kentucky in the 96. There's the cars on the racetrack for a late model hot lap session number 2. Again, we'll have 6 hot lap sessions, 6 qualifying groups, 6 heat races, 3 last chance showdowns, and a 25 lap main event just like last night. Speedway Park. Quick green to checkered hot lap session here for the late models. Of course, we'll turn them right back around and we'll get to qualifying here shortly. Devin Moran fastest in this group, 15.905. 159.05 for Devin Moran here in hot lap session at number 2. Hot lap session number 3 should begin to roll already, and it does out of the chute. Chris Madden will be the first driver onto the racetrack in group number 3. He's out of Great Court, South Carolina. In that Victory Circle Auto Sales 44 cars, he works his way underneath the flag stand. Right behind him, you'll find the 76 car. That's Blair Nodorf. Blair out of Runner, South Dakota. In that Bargain Barn Motorsports number 76, 57 car on the racetrack, Michael Norris. Behind the wheel of that race car again tonight, he's out of Sarver, Pennsylvania. In that Matt Tift Motorsports 57 car. There's a 79 car. He'll work down the front straightaway. That's Navarre, Florida's Kyle Bryant. Bryant in that 79 as he works into turn number 1. Here's one of the cars we did not have last night, the black and green 8 car. That's Urbana, Missouri's Dylan McCowan. Dylan McCowan, of course, in that Sonic. Sponsored at number 8 as he works through turns 1 and 2. Right behind him, you'll find the 17Z car. That's Seth Zacharias. Seth out of Vestal, New York. Behind the wheel of that 17Z car. Final couple cars working their way down the front straightaway into turn number 1. 20TC car, that's Tristan Chamberlain. Tristan of the Richmond, Indiana, in the 20TC in that Gibson Racing machine. Right behind him, last night's third place finisher, Jonathan Davenport. Davenport of Blairsville, Georgia, in the Nutrient Ag Solutions 49. And your final starter on the racetrack will be DIRTcar Iowa's Tyler Bruning. Bruning in the Skyline Motorsports number 16. Session number 3 for the DIRTcar late models comes under the checkered flag. Again, these guys just getting a quick green to checkered session. Everybody making their way underneath Dave Farney's checkered flag. 15.696. Actually 15.560. A little bit quicker. On the last lap, Tyler Bruning, 15.560, 15560 as he came by the start-finish line. Bruning fastest in hot lap session number 3, fastest overall in hot laps so far tonight as well is Tyler Bruning. Group number 4 begins to roll down the front straightaway. First driver out, Brian Shirley. He entered action last night, did not turn a lap. He had a ignition problem kept him out of racing last night. Bob Cullen Racing 3S car out of Chatham, Illinois will roll down the front straightaway. Right behind him will be Derek Stewart, driver out of Ainsworth, Iowa, in that Stewart & Sons Motorsports 43. Right behind him, last night's winner, Nick Hoffman. Hoffman down the front straightaway in that Ty-Torag Motorsports number 9. As he works his way around the bottom of turn at number 1 and 2. Brent Larson's on the racetrack as well. Driver out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, in that Atlanta Pressure Washers B1 car. Also on the racing surface, you'll find Dennis Earp Jr., driver out of Carpentersville, Illinois. He'll work his way through turns 1 and 2 in the 28 car. Also on the racetrack, the 09 car, that's Michael Leach. Leach out of Sun River, Montana, in the Dust Pods, number 09. Also on the racetrack, you'll find Chase Younghands. Younghands out of Manhattan, Kansas. In that Young Hands at Motorsports Bozard Ford, number 18. Bobby Pierce on the racetrack as well. Pierce out of Oakwood, Illinois. In that Rio Grande Waste Services, Low Voltage Solutions 32. And Dan Ebert on the racetrack. Ebert, Super Late Model rookie this year out of Lakeshore, Minnesota. He's in that Minnesota Truck Headquarters, Collins Brothers Towing, number 60. Hot lap session number 4, rolling around Volusia Speedway Park. Of course, another one of our iconic Volusia Speedway Park Florida sunsets here. Chase Younghands off the pace here, didn't get up to speed. There we go. Nick Hoffman, of course, picked up a win here last night. His 23rd DIRTcar Nationals victory. He's got 21 in a modified, 1 in a World of Outlaws late model, 1 in a DIRTcar late model now. Flags coming out over the field here as the last couple drivers work their way underneath the checkered flag. Checkered is out for everybody. Bobby Pierce, fastest in this hot lap session, 15.848, 15.848 for Bobby Pierce. He works his way around the front straightaway here. Everybody else exiting off the back stretch. 2 more hot lap sessions to go. Hot lap session number 5 will be led onto the racetrack by Ethan Dotson, driver out of Bakersfield, California, here in the 74X car. That ASD Motorsports 74 machine as he works down the front straightaway. Brandon Overton will be right behind him. Overton out of Evans, Georgia, in that Nap Auto Parts 76. Also working down the front straightaway, the 19 car, that'll be Dustin Sorensen. He's out of Rochester, Minnesota. He's in the Daltonburg Construction 19 cars. He works into turn number 1. Tyler Wyant, he's on the racetrack as well. He's out of Oil City, Pennsylvania, in that Kryptonite race cars number 24. Here's 22, Drake Troutman. Troutman out of Heinemann, Pennsylvania, the Victory Circle Auto Sales 22 star car. He'll work down the front chute. And there's another car that did not compete with us last night. It's Mooresville, North Carolina's Kyle Strickler. Strickler, of course, a modified standout here. He's got 17 career DIRTcar Nationals victories behind the wheel of a modified. He is in his late model tonight. Also on the racetrack, 114 car. He spent last week here in a modified as well. That's Mount Airy, North Carolina's Jordan Kohler. Jordan Kohler in that Ultimate Towing and Recovery number 114. Final 2 drivers on the racetrack. Another driver we did not see last night, Bear Lake, Pennsylvania's Boom Briggs will race tonight. He's in that Briggs Transport Access Storage number 99B. And Tim McCready on the back straightaway as well. McCready, final driver in this group. He's out of Watertown, New York. Teammate to Boom Briggs here in 2025 in that Corey Rubber Corporation at number 9. So 2 more hot lap sessions to go. We'll turn right back around and qualify 55 at DIRTcar Late Models tonight. Checkered here in group number 5. Checkered flags coming out for everybody. Last couple drivers working by the flag stand. Brandon Overton will be the fastest in hot lap session number 5. 15.601, 156.01 for Brandon Overton's 76 car, with 1 more qualifying or hot lap group to go before we turn around to go to qualify. Final hot lap group. Onto the racetrack will be the 17 SS car. Another driver that was in the pit area but did not race last night is Brendan Smith. Smith out of Dade City, Florida, in that Clyde Johnson Contracting 17 SS car. He works into turn number 1. Ashton Winger on the racetrack as well. He's out of Hampton, Georgia, in that Jeff Matthews Motorsports number 12. Also down the front straightaway, you'll find the 2 car. That'll be Cody Overton. He's out of Thompson, Georgia, in that Dave Stein Motorsports number 2 car as they work through turns 1 and 2. Also on the racetrack, you'll find the 11 of Austin Smith. He's out of Cedartown, Georgia, in the SCCS Solutions 11 car into turn number 2. Trey Mills on the racetrack as well. He's out of St. Augustine, Florida, in that Caddo Motorsports 59 car. Also on the racetrack, the 97 car. That'll be Kate Dillard. He's out of Robeline, Louisiana. This is Fishing and Rental Racing number 97. Also out there, Reed Millard. Millard out of Jefferson City, Missouri, in that Diamond Pet Foods 14 car. Final 2 cars you see in turns 1 and 2. 25 will be Shane Clanton. Clanton out of Zebulon, Georgia, in Super K Express number 25. And Mark Whitener on the racetrack as well. Whitener out of Middleburg, Florida. He's in that Ocala Restaurant Supply number 5. There's the cars on the racetrack for your 6th and final hot lap session for the DIRTcar Super Late Models. checkered flags coming out, 6th and final hot lap session. Everybody working towards a checkered flag here as we wrap this one up. There it is, Austin Smith will be the fastest as they roll by the flag stand. 15.634. 156.34. He stole it there on the last lap. 15.634 for Austin Smith. 15.560, the fastest hot lap time for Tyler Bruning. He was in group number 3. He was the fastest lap of the night. In hot laps, as we get turned around and ready to qualify, track record here at Volusia Speedway Parks, we mentioned last night, 15.100, so 15.1 flat. Bobby Pierce, track record holder, set that back in January of 2024. So we will get everybody ready to go for qualifying. Before we do that, Ashton Smythe, it's Tuesday night here at Volusia, 55 late models ready to go.
Yeah, Chris, it's going to be a great night for sure. Some more tailgaters in the infield rolling in here, and all eyes are on the number 9 machine of Nick Hoffman. Picked up the win last night in such dominating fashion, but tonight's not off to a great start for him. He was 5th fastest in his hot laps group, but it's not just because he's not necessarily having the day he wanted. He actually caught a stomach bug last night from his kids. He said earlier on he didn't think it was going to affect him, but he was most certainly under the weather. So we'll see how that 9 team reacts here in group qualifying in just a couple moments.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It's hard enough to race against 55 of the world's best, but when you don't feel well, it puts another layer to it. So we'll see what Hoffman can do. He is in qualifying group number 4, so he will attempt to qualify and see how it goes. Here comes the first group to qualify. Frank Heckeness Jr. will be the first driver out. He's out of Frankfort, Illinois. He's in that Storage Squares Jim Over Motorsports All-Star Motorsports 99 Junior. Ryan Gustin will roll with him. Gustin out of Marshalltown, Iowa. He's in the Cooney Motorsports Alan Sila's Gutters Hooker Trucking 19R. And Jake Tim on the racetrack as well. Tim out of Winona, Minnesota. He sits in that Herco Gorilla Mill Stone Machinery number 49. Group number 1 underway. White flag in the air. Frank Heckeness Jr. 15.812. 5.812 for Frankie. Ryan Gustin trying to go a little bit faster. He does. 15.805. 15805 for the Reaper here on lap number 1. Jake Tim's going to roll by. He'll be third quick. 16.119. Lap number 1. Checkered is out for Heckeness. Does he go faster? No. He'll stand on a 15.812. Ryan Gustin trying to go a little bit quicker. 15.805. Lap number 1. Faster. 15.492. 15492 for Ryan Gustin. That's the fastest lap we've seen of the night so far. Jake Tim will stand on lap number 1 as well, 16.119. So Ryan Gustin, 15.492, faster than any lap in hot laps earlier tonight for the Reaper in 19R. Next 3 drivers should be led to green by Newport, Tennessee's Jimmy Owens. He's in that Kohler Motorsports Ultimate Towing and Recovery Capital Waste number 20 car. 000 car's going to roll with him. That's Shermansdale, Pennsylvania's Matt Naylor. Naylor in that McNeil's Towing, Naylor Motorsports, Ponchos Racing Products 000. Here comes Max Blair. Blair's out there as well. He's out of Centerville, Pennsylvania. The Centerline Motorsports, work belonging, Ringside Auto Sales 111. Everybody on the clock. Jimmy Owens, first laps around Volusia here this week. He'll go second quick, 15.583, 15583 for Jimmy Owens. Lap number 1 for Matt Naylor, 16.781, 16781 for Naylor. Here comes Max Blair. Blair down the front straight away. He'll go third quick, 15.769, 15769. Can Owens go faster? Yes. He'll stay second though with a 15.503, 15503 for Owens. Matt Naylor trying to go faster. He will, 16.522, 16522 for Naylor. And Max Blair's going to roll by faster as well. Third quick, 15.685, 15685 for Max Blair in 111. Final 3 drivers in group number 1. Going to roll down the back straightaway, led out by Brandon Shepard. Shepard of the New Berlin, Illinois. He sits in the Sober Calf Ranches Rocket Race Cars Valvoline at number 1. He'll make his way down the back straightaway. Ricky Thornton Jr. in this group as well. He's out of Chandler, representing the Kohler Motorsports Hooker Trucking Capital Waste 20 RT. And Michael Chilton will be the final driver on the racetrack in this group. He's out of Salvisa, Kentucky. He sits in that Hatcher's Auto Sales, WP Racing Shocks, and Catton Industrial Painting at number 6. Everybody trying to get to the Reapers, 15.492. 15492 for Ryan Gustin. Let's see if we can do it. Here comes Brandon Shepard. He'll roll by. Lap number 1 for B. Shep. It'll be fourth quick. 15.755, 157.55 for Shepard. Ricky Thornton Jr. is going to turn around that 20 RT car. Thornton Jr. got up and over the cushion, and before he got back to the start-finish line, turned that thing around. As he knew he was going to have a bad first lap, and if he crossed the start-finish line, he was going to have a bad second lap as well. So spinning that thing out to try to salvage a better second lap. We did not get a lap for Michael Chilton. So we'll get ready to come back to green this time by. Chilton's going to pick it back up in the 6. Shepard already had a lap in the books. Thornton Jr. will get 1 as they come by. Chilton's first one's here. Michael Chilton, 16.223, 162.23. Here comes Brandon Shepard. He'll come by. Lap number 2 is better, 15.662, 156.62. And Ricky Thornton Jr., 15.649, 156.49. So Shepard 4th, Thornton Jr. 3rd. And Michael Chilton, 16.186. He'll go faster on lap number 2 as well. But Ryan Gustin, fastest in group number 1, 15.492, 145.92 for Ryan Gustin in 19R. Group number 2 begins to roll. Mike Marlar will be the first driver to roll to the racetrack at a Winfield, Tennessee, in that Skyline Motorsports Pruning Rock Products of Sea Valley Transportation 157 car. Devin Moran will roll onto the racetrack as well. Moran out of Dresden, Ohio, the Double Down Motorsports, Lazy Days RV, and Big River Steel, number 99. And Kyle Bronson will be 3rd in this group. He's out of Brandon, Florida. He's in that Michael Lloyd Hauling Race Car Engineering and Atomic Music Group 40B. One driver did not qualify in group number 1, Peru, Illinois' Daniel Adam. Otherwise, everybody made it through. Green flag out, good trio here. Mike Marlar, he's going to roll by 15.619, 156.19. For the Winfield Warrior, here comes Devin Moran. He'll go 15.690, 156.90 for Devin Moran. Kyle Bronson's going to roll by. It'll be a 15.852, 158.52. Can Marlar go faster? Yes, 15.609, 156.09 for Mike Marlar on lap number 2. Devin Moran trying to improve. He will. 15.615. He'll stay second, but he'll go faster. Lap number 2, see if Bronson can go faster as well. He will not. He'll stand on his opening lap of a 15.852. So early here in group number 2, it's 15.609 for Mike Marlar. That is the time to beat. Next 3 cars begin to make their way out. Garrett Alberson will be the first driver out. He's out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. He's in that Sea Valley Transportation, Low Voltage Solution, and Romer Machining and Welding 58 car. Jason Riggs will roll with him. Riggs out of College Grove, Tennessee. He's in that Riggs Drilling Solution, Riggs Fiber, Timber Camo number 81. And Tanner English on the racetrack as well. English out of Benton, Kentucky. It's the Coleman Farms Racing NPM Marketing Autism Awareness number 96. White flags coming out. We are rapidly ripping through qualifying here. Garrett Alberson 4th, 15.919. 5.919. Riggs was a little bit off the pace there down the back straight away. I'll go with an 18.049. Tanner English 4th quick, 15.892. Down the front straightaway, checkered's going to come out. Garrett Alberson sits 5th quick right now. Can he improve? He will not. 15.919. Officially on lap number 1 will be his lap of record. Jason Riggs will go faster. Riggs will go with a 16.394. Tanner English will stand on lap number 1 as well. English 15.892. Still Mike Marlar 15.609. The time to beat. 3 more cars to go here in group number 2. Dalton Wilson will be the first driver to roll onto the racetrack. He's out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. He sits in that MGL Auto Sales, JRR Trucking and Motor Sales 18D. Tyler will roll to the back straight away as well. He's at a New Waverly, Texas, Best Performance Motorsports, First Class Septic and Bulk Material Lift number 1. And Jack Riggs will be the final driver in group number 2. He's out of Nolensville, Tennessee. He's in that Riggs Drilling Solution, Dude Wipes, Riggs Fiber 81J. Final 3 drivers in group number 2. Mike Marlar, 15.609, the time to beat. Dalton Wilson, lap number 1, 15.894, 158.944 for Dalton Wilson. Tyler Erb, 15.780. It's third quick for Turbo. 15.780. Let's see what Jack Riggs can do. 16.067. Lap number 1. Here comes Dalton Wilson off lap number 2. He'll stand on his opening lap. 15.894. Can Turbo go faster? He was third in the opening lap. He'll go faster. He'll stay third. 15.709 for Erb. And faster for Jack Riggs as well. 16.015. 16015 for Jack Riggs. So Mike Marlar will be your fastest in group number 2 with a 15.609. Group number 3 begins to roll. Dylan McCowan will be the first driver out. He's out of Urbana, Missouri in the Sonic America's Drive-In Empire Energy and Pomeroy Services number 8. He'll be the first driver onto the racetrack. Kyle Bryant will roll with him. Bryant out of Navarre, Florida. The Kyle Bryant Racing All-Star Performance. Bryant Racing Equipment 79. And Blair Nodorf on the racetrack as well. Nodorf out of Runner, South Dakota. He sits in that Western Provisions Incorporated Bargain Barn Tire Center and Asphalt Pros number 76. Here we go. Kickstarting group number 3. Dylan McCowan, 16.045. 16045 for Dylan McCowan. Kyle Bryant will roll by. It'll be a 16.728. 16728 for Kyle Bryant. Blair Nodorf, second quick, 16.136, 16136. Lap 2 here for Dylan McCowan. See if he can go a little bit faster. Nope, 16.045 officially. Will be his lap number 1. Kyle Bryant's faster, 16.582. He'll stay third quick, but he'll go faster. Nodorf, quick time, 15.783. 15783, lap number 2 for runner South Dakota's Blair Nodorf. That will be the time to try to beat here in qualifying group number 3. Next 3 cars rolling. Vestal, New York, Seth Zacharias will be the first driver out. He's in that Signworks Fleet Graphic Services, Wicked Tees, Longhorn 17 Z car. Tyler Bruning, fastest in hot laps earlier tonight. He's out of Decorah, Iowa. He's in that Skyline Motorsports Quick Supply Company and Olsen Explosives number 16. And Jonathan Davenport on the racetrack as well. He's out of Blairsville, Georgia. He's in that new Train Ag Solution ASC warranty and Dynagro Seeds number 49. Let's see what happens here. Blair Nodorf, 15.783, the time to beat. Seth Zacharias, 16.343. 16343 for Zacharias. Here comes Tyler Bruning. Bringing the 16 car. Quick time, 15.726. 15726 for Tyler Bruning. JD's going to roll by faster. 15.680. 15680. Zacharias will not improve on lap number 2. Tyler Bruning trying to get P1 back. Bruning off turn number 4. He will. Tyler Bruning, 15.664. Can Superman get it off 4? Yes. 15.545. 15545 for Jonathan Davenport on lap number 2. P1 with 3 cars to go. Chris Madden will be the first driver to roll out the backstretch gate. He's at a Great Court, South Carolina. That Gambler Transport, Victory Circle Auto Sales, Brick House Tavern, number 44. Tristan Chamberlain will roll out there with him. He's at a Richmond, Indiana. The Gibson Racing Vision Woodworks, DCE Fabrication 20TC. And Michael Norris sitting in for Matt Tift here tonight. He's at a Sarber, Pennsylvania. That Gunk Engine Degreaser. Matt Tift Motorsports, Durham Race Engines, number 57. Well, 15.545 is the time to beat. Chris Madden just did it. 15.541 on lap number 1. Good thing he did it. He went over the cushion on lap number 2, but it's good enough for fast time. Tristan Chamberlain, 16.003, 16003 for Chamberlain. Here comes Michael Norris, 17.330. Chris Madden doesn't care. Lap 1, P1 for Smokey. 20.095 on lap number 2. Chamberlain does not improve, 17.345 on that lap. And Norris does improve, 16.120, 16120. So Chris Madden, lap number 1, fastest time in qualifying Group 3 with a 15.541. 3 qualifying groups done, 3 qualifying groups to go. This one led out by the B1 Bomber. Brent Larson to Lake Elmo, Minnesota, to Land of Pressure Washers, Hancock Corporation, and Fuel Factory B1 cars. He rolls out. Right behind him will be Squirrel. Brian Shirley at Chatham, Illinois, the Bob Cullen Racing, Thomason Express, Hooker Trucking 3S car. And Chase Young Hands down the back straightaway as well. He's out of Manhattan, Kansas. He's in that Grand Petroleum Incorporated Young Hands discount liquor in Bozard Ford at number 18. Here we go, qualifying group 4. Everybody on the clock. Brent Larson, 17.744, 17744. Brent Larson on lap number 1. Brian Shirley's going to roll by. It'll be a 17.254, 172.54 for Squirrel. Here comes Chase Younghands, faster yet, 16.207. 16.207 for Chase Younghands. The B1 Bomber's going to roll by. Brent Larson's going to go second quick. 16.413 on lap number 2. Lap number 2 for Brian Shirley. 16.942, a little bit faster. And Chase Younghands faster yet. 16.105. 16105. Chase Younghands the time to beat in the 18. 3 more cars ready to roll. It'll be Dennis Erb Jr., first driver out. He's at Carpentersville, Illinois. He's in that Kaiser Manufacturing, McBride, Mac, Vomac Truck Sales, 28 cars. He works his way out the gate. Right behind him will be Derek Stewart, driver out of Ainsworth, Iowa. That's Stewart and Son, Arnold Motor Company, Capital Race Cars number 43. And BP 32, Bobby Pierce will be the final driver out there in this group. He's out of Oakwood, Illinois. He's in that Rio Grande Waste Services, Churchill Transport, Mesilla Valley Transportation, 32. 16.105 the time to beat. Everybody on the clock. Here comes Dennis Erb Jr. He will go second quick. 16.294. 16294 for Dennis Erb Jr. White flag out for Derek Stewart. Quick time for Derek Stewart. 15.956. Outstanding opening lap for Derek Stewart. Bobby Pierce just went faster. 15.858. 158.58 for Bobby Pierce. Dennis Erb Jr. will stand on a 16.294 on lap number 1. Stewart trying to go faster. Can he? No. 15.956. And Bobby Pierce was over the cushion on lap number 2. But he is at the top of the speed charts right now. 15.858. With 3 drivers yet to go, Bobby Pierce's time to beat is 15.858. Next drivers onto the racetrack will be led by Lakeshore, Minnesota's Dan Ebert. Ebert sits in that Collins Brothers Towing of St. Cloud, Minnesota truck headquarters, Amsoil number 60. Right behind him will be Michael Leach, driver to Sun River, Montana, sitting in that Dust Pods, Big Sky Scientific, and Willow Ranch number 09. And last night's winner, Nick Hoffman, on the racetrack as well. He's at Mooresville, North Carolina. He sits in that NOS Energy Drink, seen to be a trucking Petroff Towing at number 9. Everybody trying to get to a 15.858. We'll see. Dan Ebert, he's going to work his way down the front straightaway. Ebert will go third quick. Good first lap, 15.982. 15982 for Dan Ebert. Lap number 1 for Michael Leach, fourth quick, 15.991. 15991. Here comes Nick Hoffman. Hoffman down the front straightaway. Nick Hoffman, second quick, 15.899. 15899. Can Ebert go faster? He does. Second quick, 15.881 for Dan Ebert. The 09 of Michael Leach, quick time, 15.801. 15801. Can Hoffman get it? Nick Hoffman down the front straightaway. No, he'll stand on his opening lap of a 15.899. How about Michael Leach? 15.801 in a group with Bobby Pierce, Nick Hoffman and company. Michael Leach goes fast time in qualifying group number 4. 2 more qualifying groups to go. Drake Troutman will be the first driver out in this one. He's out of Heinemann, Pennsylvania. He's in that Gambler Transport, Brickhouse Tavern, Millwood Plumbing 22 Star Car. Right behind him will be Ethan Dotson, driver out of Bakersfield, California. The AC Motorsports, Bean Grading and Paving, American Racing Wheels 74 X Car, and Tyler Wyatt. Wyatt out of Oil City, Pennsylvania, Eagle Hoist and Winch, Argyle Iron and Steel Kryptonite Race Car number 24. Ryan Gustin still the fastest of the night so far. Drake Troutman's lap number 1, 16.183. 6.183 for Drake Troutman. Lap number 1 for Ethan Dotson, 15.902. 15902 for Troutman. Here comes Wyatt. Tyler Wyatt, 17.395. 17395. Drake Troutman will go faster, 16.064. He'll stay P2. Here comes 74 of Ethan Dotson. Can he improve? No. 15.902 officially will be the lap of record for Bakersfield, California's Ethan Dotson. Tyler Wyatt goes faster on lap number 2, 16.629. 166.29. The next 3 cars will be led out by Boom Briggs. He's at Bear Lake, Pennsylvania. The Briggs Transport Access Storage Murphy Logging 99 B cars. He should be working out the backstretch gate right about now. Here comes Boom Briggs. Right behind him will be Rochester, Minnesota's Dustin Sorensen. Sorensen, J&S Repair, JCB Equipment, Altenburg Construction, number 19 car. And Jordan Kohler will be the third and final driver in this group. He's at Mount Airy, North Carolina. He's in that Ultimate Towing and Recovery Capital Waste 5-star middle building, 114. Everybody on the clock. Here we go. Boom Briggs down the front stretch. Third quick, 16.224. 16224 for Boom Briggs. Lap number 1 for Dustin Sorensen. Fourth quick, 16.229. 16229 for Sorensen. Here comes Jordan Kohler. Kohler in the 114. Quick time, 15.882. 15882 for Jordan Kohler. Boom Briggs will stand on lap number 1, 16.224. Dustin Sorensen trying to improve. He will. He'll move to fourth, 16.189. And here comes Jordan Kohler, who sits at the top of the speed charts right now. Kohler does not go faster. 16.071. His first lap, though, 15.882. Fastest so far in qualifying group number 5 with just 3 cars to go. Brandon Overton will be the first driver to roll out the gate. He's out of Evans, Georgia, Napa Auto Parts, Riggs Motorsports, Heartbeat Hot Sauce Company, and Dude Wipes number 76 car. He'll roll out. Right behind him will be Tim McCready. McCready out of Watertown, New York, in the Excess Storage, Corey Rubber Corporation, and Dave Warren Power Sports, number 9. And Kyle Strickler on the back straightaway as well. Strickler to Mooresville, North Carolina, G-Town Transport Cat Industries, and Donaldson Grading at number 8. Good trio here to wrap up qualifying group number 5. Jordan Kohler, 15.882 the time to beat. Here comes Overton. Brandon Overton, lap number 1. 6th quick, 16.403. 6.403. Tim McCready's going to roll by. He will go third quick, 15.993. 5.993. Kyle Strickler, he's going to roll by the flag stand. Strickler will go 7th quick, 16.360. Overton trying to improve. Brandon Overton does. Third quick, 15.929. 1.5929 for Brandon Overton. Tim McCready does not go faster, 15.993. Kyle Strickler trying to go a little bit faster as well. He will up to 6th quick, 16.125. So Jordan Kohler, 15.882, fastest in qualifying group number 5. One more qualifying group to go. Brendan Smith will be the first driver out. He's out of Dade City, Florida. That Clyde Johnson Contracting, top-notch custom graphics, Smith Speed Solutions, 17 SS car will be the first driver out. Right behind him will be Austin Smith. He's out of Cedartown, Georgia. He's in the Super K Express, Hesco Solutions, SCS Solutions, number 11. And Ashton Winger onto the back straightaway as well. He's out of Hampton, Georgia, Recreational Vehicle Services, Jeff Matthews Motorsports, Angry Elephant Tattoo and Piercing at number 12. 9 more cars to go. Brendan Smith did not run last night, 16.046. Lap number 1 for Smith. Here comes Austin Smith, 16.096. In the 11 car, Ashton Winger was up and over that cushion there. He's going to scrub a little bit of speed. See if he can get a better second lap here. 18.020 officially. Brendan Smith faster. 15.884, 1.5884 for Brendan Smith on lap number 2. Austin Smith's going to roll by. He will not improve. 16.096. See if Winger cannot jump the cushion. He does jump the cushion, but we'll see if he can go faster. Ashton Winger does go faster. 17.365. 1.7365 for Ashton Winger in the 12. Next 3 cars that'll come rolling out will be led by Shane Clanton. He's at the Zebulon, Georgia. He's in that Super K Express, Capital Race Cars, SCCS Solutions 25 car. Trey Mills will roll to the racetrack with him. He's at a St. Augustine, Florida, the Mills Concrete, Twins Farms, Caddo Motorsports 59. And Cody Overton will be the final driver in this group. He's at a Townsend, Georgia, the Dave Stein Motorsports, Shaw Trucking, and Budweiser, number 2. One more group to go as soon as this one goes to checkered. Shane Clanton heads up, heads up, heads up. Trey Mills Clanton's over the cushion and around. So Shane Clanton's going to spin that 25 car on the top of turn number 4. We've seen this become a trend. 3rd time now. Driver up and over the turn 4 cushion and spins that car out to not get back to the start-finish line, to not have to count which would be a subpar lap. All right, green flag coming back out. number 1 for everybody down the front straightaway. Trey Mills going to roll by second quick, 15.963. Good lap for Trey Mills, 15.963. Cody Overton, quick time, 15.760, 157.60. Shane Clinton, 16.455. Cody Overton, 15.760. Now the time to beat. Here comes Trey Mills. Mills going to stand in third, 15.963. Does Overton go faster? No, but he is quick time, 15.760. 157.60, the new time to beat with just one more group to qualify. Reed Millard will be the first driver out. He's out of Jefferson City, Missouri. He's in the Diamond Pet Foods Worldwide Technologies Peace Sign Company 14. Looks like Mark Whitener's going to sneak out in front of him. Whitener out of Middleburg, Florida, the Southeast Ship Repair, Whitener's Tractor Service, Ocala Restaurant Supply number 5, and Cade Dillard, final driver out there. He's out of Robeline, Louisiana. Strength Proving and Siding with Sea Valley Transportation, S&S Fishing and Rental 97. Let's see if anybody can get to a 15.760, 157.60 right now. Cody Overton. Mark Whitener's going to come by. Fourth quick, 16.041, 16.041 for Mark Whitener. Here comes Cade Dillard. Dillard's going to roll by. Third quick, 15.911, 15.911 for Cade Dillard. Reed Millard's going to come by. Reed Millard will be 19.424. See if Whitener can go faster. No, 16.041. He'll stand fifth. Cade Dillard trying to pick it up just a little bit. Does Dillard? Yes, second quick, 15.852. Exactly what he needed to do to put himself onto the front row. Reed Millard is going to roll by for his second lap as well. Millard's lap number 2 is faster, 19.098, 19.098 for Reed Millard. So there you have it, qualifying in the books. Fastest driver in group number 6, 15.760, Cody Overton. Fastest driver in group number 5, 15.882, Jordan Kohler. Fastest driver in group number 4, 15.801, Michael Leach. Fastest driver in group number 3, 15.541, Chris Madden. Fastest driver in group number 2, 15.609, Mike Marler. And your fastest driver in group number 1 and fastest overall with a 15.492 second lap, Marshalltown, Iowa's Ryan Gustin in 19R. So that right there will wrap up DIRTcar Super Late Model qualifying. We are just about ready to go with opening ceremonies here tonight. We will send you off to a break for those of you watching on DIRTVision, and we'll come right back with opening ceremonies.
Dirt Racing 24 is available now.
Get your motors running. The World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars return to Volusia Speedway Park in March for the Bike Week Jamboree. 2 huge nights with the greatest show on dirt, March 2nd and 3rd at the world's fastest half mile. Championship battles, rising stars, and incredibly fast cars. The World of Outlaws at Volusia Speedway Park, March 2nd and 3rd. Tickets and more at worldofoutlaws.com. Be there.
Brake hard with the all-new Smith Tie Complete Big Brake System. Our Big Brake titanium rotor offers doubled cooling capacity, and our centrifugal fan hub increases airflow to the hotter running inner half of the Big Brake rear caliper. Say goodbye to brake fade and overheating and hello to shorter stops and longer pad life. Complete your system with titanium piston front caliper, front rotor, aluminum billet pedal, billet reservoir, master cylinder, lines, and quick disconnects, and you'll be unstoppable. Smith Titanium. We winnovate.
Ready to rise? To the challenge? Above obstacles. Yes! Above perceptions.
Redinger, implement the pass on the top lane.
Above it all. Let's go! If so, we're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
The greatest shows on dirt have the best fan gear in motorsports. Can't wait to get to the track to pick up the latest World of Outlaw gear? Slide on over to worldofoutlaws.com. You'll find hats, shirts, hoodies, and other souvenirs for all fans. Visit the Outlaw General Store online today at worldofoutlaws.com.
Since their 2001 inception, DMI racing components have changed the game. From open-wheel suspension, steering, and driveline components to their line of Bulldog quick-change rears, they set the new standard for innovation, performance, and value. DMI and Bulldog products are backed by the best customer support in the industry with more than 150 years of race-winning experience. Let our experience help guide you to victory lane. We race, you race. Let's race together.
This copyrighted DIRTVision broadcast may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or distributed in any form without World Racing Group's written consent. Copyright infringement is a federal crime.
Just about set to go with opening ceremonies here on this Tuesday night at Volusia Speedway Park. USAC Sprint Car Heat Race will be up, of course, immediately after opening ceremonies, just like last night. Very similar program to a day ago. 4 heat races for the Sprint Cars, 6 heat races for the late models. There'll be a B main for the Sprint Cars, 3 last chance showdowns for the late models, and a pair of main events tonight. Only difference in those lap distances, the USAC Sprint Cars will go 30 laps instead of 25 tonight, so they're racing for 10 grand tonight. Wall scraping happening around the top side of turns 1 and 2, making sure these drivers can tell where the racetrack ends. So they did the exact same thing last night, just scraped that wall here during setup for opening ceremonies tonight. And as they continue to wrap up track prep here, we're going to get ready to send it back down to the stage to Ashton Smythe for opening ceremonies.
Yeah, thanks so much, Chris. Qualifying efforts wrapped up here, and before we kick off heat racing and feature action tonight at the world's fastest half mile, we have a couple pieces of business to take care of, so I'm going to hand it on over to Bill Wright with the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame to give away some awards.
Thank you very much, Ashton, and good to see everybody again. And again, we want to welcome you to Knoxville and the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum when you can make it. And we have a tribute to Manzanita Speedway this year. We also have our new Dennis Albaugh Sweet Tower, so we hope you can make it out. Tonight we're presenting a couple of awards from the North American Sprint Car Poll, again, obviously in the non-wing category here with USAC, and we want to start with Kevin Thomas Jr. So Kevin Thomas Jr. is going to come up. Kevin was the manufacturer of the year for his company Inferno Armor, and Kevin, explain to the people a little bit what Inferno Armor is and how it's taken off.
It's taken off well, but it is a added spray-on that protects you up to heat from 2,500 degrees, and it just really helps the drivers, crew members. We have welders, all sorts of things. But motorsports is our big thing that we like to protect. We know we are in the elements every single time that we strap into these, so we like to do everything we can for safety. And I've normally not been known for that, but being able to see the the effects that it's had on certain people. I know Chase Randall and some people that have really benefited from it. So it's much appreciated by you guys that you give us this award and acknowledge the fact that we're trying to do better for the sport.
Well, it's voted on by your peers around the country, so it's well deserved.
Well, I appreciate it, and hopefully we come up with something else cool and get back up here again.
All right, Kevin Thomas Jr., a round of applause for him, your non-wing manufacturer of the year. We'll get a quick picture here. And our second award tonight is going to go for Wild Card Award of the Year. And this guy's won more feature races in sprint car racing than any other driver the last 2 years. The Wild Card Award goes to the most exciting driver across the country, and he's won it not only in 2024, but also back in 2023. I think 39 combined wins for the 2 years, and that's Ricky Lewis. How about a round of applause for Ricky? And Ricky, it's been an incredible couple years here, and now we're running the USAC schedule.
Yeah, it has. I've been really fortunate just to be able to have enough, cars and engines to race that many races, and I've just really tried to, wait to do the USAC day until I felt ready, right? And I feel like we are, and we're struggling with a little bit of a vibration in the car that we just can't figure out what it is. But yeah, you know, I've like I said, I can't do without Dave Stensland and his engine program. You know, we ran 72 races last year, and then we had one engine failure. So that's you know, a huge feat to do, and you know, he's provided me with engines to run this year. Tom Berkey with Superior Take-A Trailers got us an engine that we're going to have in April, and so hopefully we get the gremlins out of this thing. I'm getting a little frustrated because I felt like we were really prepared. We had all new stuff, and I don't know where this vibration's coming from, but we'll keep working on it and see if we can figure it out.
All right, Ricky Lewis, let's give him a round of applause. Your Wild Card Award winner for 2023 and 2024. We'll take a quick picture here. And we'll turn it back over to Ashton here.
Thank you so much, Bill. And big congratulations to those award recipients. Now, fans here at Volusia Speedway Park, I will please ask if you rise, if you are able, and remove your hats. And I'm going to hand it on over to Steve Fowler with Racing for Jesus with tonight's invocation.
Thank you. Let's go to the Lord in prayer. Lord, we thank you for loving us. Your word says that the greatest two commandments are to love you and to love each other. I pray that you help us to do that the way that you did for us. Lord, we gather this evening to enjoy the sport of racing. We live in a country we're free to come and do that. We thank you. We have military serve around the world to help us provide for that freedom. I pray that you'd be with them, keep them safe, help them to know how much we appreciate all that they do to provide for that freedom for us. Lord, this evening I pray that you'd be with each of the drivers, help them to perform to the best of their abilities. I pray that you would keep them safe, keep the crew safe, keep the workers here at the track safe, keep the fans safe. Help us have a great night of racing together. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Thank you so much, Steve, and please remain standing for the performance of tonight's national anthem by Skylar Whitfield.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight on the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Steve and Skylar. Let's get ready for some racing action.
Very good, Ashton. Thank you very much. Good job to those down there for the open. Ready to go here very shortly. USAC Sprint Car Heat Races, as we said, will be up first. Order of show tonight, 4 heats for the USAC Sprint Cars, 6 heats for the late models. We'll come back with a B main for the Sprint Cars, 3 last chance showdowns for the late models, Sprint Car main event, late model main event. That will be the order of racing tonight. We'll wrap up Victory Lane down there. And we will get set to roll cars here very shortly. Again, thank you so much for coming out tonight. If you're here on the property, we're glad to have you here. If you're watching around the world on DIRTVision, we're glad to have you watching as well. Lots of good stuff going on here. We're on day number 11 of the 54th annual Federated Auto Parts DIRTcar Nationals. First 3 nights, ASCS 360 Sprint Cars along with the DIRTcar UMP Modifieds. And the Modifieds had the racetrack to themselves a couple of nights. Then they shared the program with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And, of course, last night, the DIRTcar Late Models and the USAC Sprint Cars kicked off the final week here of the DIRTcar Nationals. Brian Hulbert, we are getting very close to rolling cars. I see the USAC Sprint Cars being rolled into the starting grid. Heat race number 1's coming up momentarily.
Indeed, thank you very much. So cars begin to roll down into staging. Here in just a moment, we'll head through the lineups. So heat race number 1, sitting down in the staging lanes. It'll be brought to you by Rod End Supply. 8 times around, top 5 drivers are going to move directly into your feature event, and your lineup set to roll to the green like this. Driver on the poles out of Columbus, Ohio, the Industrial Hydraulics Incorporated, Jeff Hill Trailer Sales, Hidden Hoof Hall of Farms, number 6T. It's going to be Trey Osborne. Lining up next to him in 2, that is going to be Cale Drake. Drake coming to us out of Collinsville, Illinois, driving the Pendleton Farms Bennick Enterprises. Riding with Frank and Marilyn Bennick, number 2B. Next row from the inside, it'll be Tom Harris out of Banbury, Oxfordshire, United Kingdom, driving the Skegness Raceway, DJT Surfacing, Claxton Spike, number 84. And next to him, it's going to be Hayden Reinbold at Gilbert, Arizona, the AME Electrical, Stanton Spike, Indy Race Parts, number 19. From the 5th starting spot, Briggs Danner out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, the E. Schneider & Sons Recycling, Osh Shucks Roasted Corn, Boulevard Truck Repair, Apache Transport, number 39. And tonight's Honest Abe Roofing Quick Qualifier for the 2nd night in a row at Locust Grove, Oklahoma, the Avante Windows and Doors, PristineAuction.com, CB Industries, NOS Energy Drink, number 86. He'll roll off 6. That will be Dason Persley. Jaden Rogers at Worthington, Indiana, the Mighty Kind Cannabis Seltzers, Spec Power, J&J Chassis, Midwest Download Services, Beasley Railcar Repair, number 66, going from 7th, from 8th. That'll be Harley Burns. He's out of Brazil, Indiana, driver of the Brit Aero, Timberland Lumber Company, D&J DRC, Ace Construction, number 16. Final starter, engine problems, sidelining him during hot laps, problems continuing during qualifying. We'll see if they have it ready to go here. CJ Leary to Greenfield, Indiana, the Curb Records, Kodiak Products, Oakcraft Elegant Cabinetry, Apache Transport, Team Arizona, Curb Packaging and Racing, number 21 AZ. As that'll be your scheduled lineup here for Rod End Supply Heat Race number 1. So the cars will roll around the speedway and get ready to line up behind the Toyota Racing Development Pace Truck. Let's check in with Drake York.
Thank you so much, Brian. And you just touched on it. The issues for Team Arizona and CJ Leary during Dirt Draft Hot Laps and Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. This is actually a backup car in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. They had an issue. They said it was either a mag issue or something of the sorts. They said it felt like it was down 2 or 3 cylinders. So obviously at a big fast racetrack like this, not what you want to have happen. Then they switched over to the backup car and it wasn't exactly where they wanted it to be setup wise. So CJ not recording a qualifying time as well because they didn't have time to put the transponder on, and just not the way they wanted to start the evening here too. And if you go back to last night, CJ with not a very good qualifying effort kind of hindered him for the rest of the night. He was able to charge up to a 9th place finish last night, but he's going to be on the back foot all night with no qualifying time heading into this heat race and eventually the feature event.
Thank you very much, Drake. Yeah, he will have his work cut out for him tonight, to say the least, as they'll jackrabbit the field to the backside of the Toyota Racing Development Pace Truck. Again, Trey Osborne, Cale Drake on that opening row. Tom Harris, Hayden Reinbold in row number 2. Briggs Danner, Dason Percy, row number 3. Jaden Rogers, Harley Burns in row number 4. CJ Leary, all by himself in row number 5. 8 times around, top 5. Persley's able to move on from his 6th starting position, has to pick up 1. He'll line up 6 in the feature event based off of the invert of the lineup. Heat race winners that are not your quick qualifiers. Starting positions begin at 7th. So the Toyota Racing Development Pace Truck will make its way down into the infield. Engine problems yesterday for Trey Osborne. Problems rectified thus far for the 6'8" sprint car shoe. He'll bring that 2-story sprint car around to the NOS Energy start can, find the throttle, and he'll let him loose. Still going to race up into turns 1 and 2, and Osborne trying to leg it onto the back straightaway, see if he can hold on to the race lead. He's got a challenge coming to the inside. Here comes Cale Drake in the 2. Drake around the bottom. He'll bring it onto the front straightaway with a little bit extra bite on the right rear, and he will have the top spot. Trey Osborne falls to second, coming back after him, though, as they work through the first and second turns up the racetrack. Both drivers roll. Drake over the cushion just a little bit. That's going to hand some advantage back to the 6 machine. Osborne back down to the inside. Drake lets it sail to the outside. He's got the run, the momentum, the speed, and he's got the lead, but keep an eye on second. Jason Persley found the door open, and he ran through for the second spot. Picks up 2 positions as they made their way around. Now he's going to look for the race lead. Trying to take that quick qualifying time and move it up into a heat race win here. They'll come around. It continues to be Cale Drake, Jason Persley right there. Pair of drivers that cut 13th of the Port City Raceway, battling it out here in Rhonda Supply Heat Race number 1 with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Persley, another big run off at turn number 2. He'll sail around the D and onto the front straightaway. He'll have the race lead in the CB Industries number 86. Persley taking full advantage of the D-shaped oval in the back straightaway, carrying a ton of momentum around through turns 3 and 4 to take over the top spot. Cale Drake falling to second. Hayden Reinbold, in the meantime, has held on to the 3rd spot. Trey Osborne shuffled back to 4th, and Briggs Danner, he's going to run in the 4th spot now. CJ Leary, he's moved up into the top 5, so Leary putting himself into a transfer spot, trying to make his night just a little bit easier here. As Osborne getting shuffled back out to the 6th position. Coming around this time, twin flags. Next time, white flag coming. Here in Rhonda Supply Heat Race number 1, Persley turning his quickest lap of the heat race so far is 16.879. Battle for the 3rd spot. Briggs Danner up on the outside in 39. Reinbold to the inside in 19. They'll work through the final 2 turns. Next time by, white flag is out this time. Getting ahead of myself here. As Danner takes over the show position, Cale Drake a distant second, and Jason Persley ignited the afterburners, and he has gone in this one. This time he'll come around to the wave of the checker flag. Persley grabbing the win in Rhonda Supply Heat Race number 1. Cale Drake in second, Briggs Danner in 3rd, Hayden Reinbold in 4th, and CJ Leary from the back fights his way up into a transfer spot. Tom Harris, Trey Osborne, Harley Burns, and Jaden Rogers unofficially rounding out your field. So your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he's out of Locust Grove, Oklahoma, driving the CB Industries, NOS Energy Drink, PristineAuction.com, Avanti Windows and Doors, Stanton-powered Spike number 86. Race fans, give him a hand, Jason Persley. Persley grabbing the win, Cale Drake, Briggs Danner, Hayden Reinbold, CJ Leary, Tom Harris, Trey Osborne, Harley Burns, and Jaden Rogers unofficially round out your field as we go down to Drake York.
Jason Persley now in a position for a clean sweep here tonight at Volusia Speedway Park. He's your winner of Rod and Supply Heat Race number 1 from the 6th starting spot, no less, and wins by over a second and a half to boot. And they have officially staked their claim as the car to beat here tonight at Volusia. Jason, you were able to pick a couple cars off the bottom, and then you eventually passed Cale Drake on the high side to get to the race lead. What does that say about the maneuverability of this race car? Because it just seems like you were able to pick it up and put it anywhere, and it was fast.
Yeah, definitely hit the nail on the head there with being able to move around. It's this thing is just a dream to drive right now, and to come out of the gate swinging like this with CB Industries and their non-wing program is cool to be a part of. So yeah, just got lucky there. Just kind of started moving around and letting the track clean up wherever the slime wasn't, and just got to pick the right lines and kind of got a good start and was able to just kind of move around from there. So we'll just see if we can get some of those lucky breaks here in the future, and see if we can come from 6th and be one spot better than we were yesterday.
Jason Persley, your winner of Rod and Supply Heat Race number 1.
Car IQ Heat Race number 2 beginning to make its way out to the Speedway. Lineup for this 8-lap affair going to look like this. Driving the pole is going to be Brian Ruhlman out of Clark Lake, Michigan. Driving the Ruhlman Engineering, Don Ott Maxim, Ted Brown Quality Paint and Body number 49. Outside of him, Mark Smith. He's out of Sunbury, Pennsylvania. Driving the Mach 1 chassis, A1 Chevrolet Simpson, number M1. Second row for the inside, Chase Stockton out of Fort Branch, Indiana, to GetLucasOil.com. Kistler DRC, Daywig Meats, S&C Machine, number 92. And for the 4th starting spot, that's going to be the Macho Man, Brady Bacon out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Concord American Flagpole, Macri Concrete, Ryder Triple X Hefner Enterprises, number 20. Logan Seavey out of Southern California, the Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Indy Power Sports, Stanton DRC, Abacus Racing number 57. He'll roll from 5th. From 6th, it will be Justin Grant out of Ione, California, the NOS Energy Drink, MPV Logistics, Top Industries, Kistler Maxim number 4. Looking at your final row from the inside, Kobe Simpson out of Bonham, Texas, the B-Town Automotive Circle C Adventures, Canada DRC number 21K. And your final starter comes to you out of Levittown, Pennsylvania, driving the 10 Hoagie Customs at DMI Performance Powered Maxim and Cummins Electric. Kreider Manufacturer number 51, that is Mike Hagenbottom. As that'll be your scheduled lineup here for Car IQ Heat Race number 2. Car IQ has created a payment solution aimed at fleets that allows cars and trucks to connect to gas pumps to pay for fuel without the need of a fuel card or credit card. Car IQ Payment Solutions, Car IQ Pay, replaces fleet card products and protects against fraud while significantly reducing back office vehicle reconciliation. Learn more at gocariq.com today. Of course, race number 1 was brought to you by Rod End Supply. Whether you're running a go-kart, micro, midget, modified, or sprint car, late model, silver crown, car, truck, tractor, Rod End Supply has the assortment of rod ends, radius rods, and specialty products to help you lead the field in performance and maximizing your potential. Since 1989, Rod End Supply has provided superior products priced competitively with prompt and courteous service. Their promise is to continue to provide superior service with a superior product that will keep you at the front of the field. Remember, they don't just sell them, they race them. Visit rodandsupply.com for more information. Toyota Racing Development pace truck going to make its way down into the infield. Again, Brian Ruhlman. Normally behind the wheel of a UMP DIRTcar Modified. He'll bring him around to the drop of the green flag. Mark Smith next to him. Chase Stockin, Brady Bacon in row number 2. Logan Seavey, Justin Grant in row number 3. Kobe Simpson and Mike Hagenbottom in row number 4. Side by side till they come to the NOS Energy start can. There at the exit of turn number 4. We go green. Mark Smith going to jump out to the lead. They're 3 wide for second already, and Brady Bacon is on the march on the outside. Another driver with a big charge to the inside. That's Seavey. Logan Seavey charging up quick here. Fell back a little bit in the start, but he makes up for lost time in a hurry. He's up to third. That Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Abacus Race number 57. The Concord American flagpole number 20 of Brady Bacon in second, but it is the Mach 1 M1 of Mark Smith so far leading the way. Yesterday, Smith, a one-man band all the way through the heat races. Wasn't able to get the correct tire combination on the car. Struggled a little bit. Put himself in your Elliott's Custom Trailers Car semi-feature event. Starts off tonight much better. He leads the way. Bacon still in second. Seavey makes up a couple of car links on him through turns 1 and 2. They ride about the same speed that time to the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Now Seavey can close up just a little bit more. They've got the 92 of Stockin chasing them in the 4th spot. Sitting in 5th is going to be Justin Grant, the NOS Energy number 4. Brian Ruhlman shuffled back to 6. Kobe Simpson and Mike Hagenbottom right now rounding out your running order. Everybody pretty much around the hub of the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. Smith continuing to lead, again coming off of that $10,000 score. And the king of the 360s down to Hendry County over the weekend. A little bit of a snafu that time into turn number 1. Got the car upset. That allowed Brady Bacon to close rapidly. Now Smith going to have to get that momentum built back up. So far doing a good job as they come around. We've got 3 to go. Is Smith and Bacon, Seavey, Stockin closing in a little bit on the 57. Justin Grant continues to ride in 5th. Ruhlman, Simpson, Hagenbottom still rounding out your field. Keep an eye on Bacon. He's made up a few more car links here. Might have a challenge for the lead as they've got 2 to go. Smith off of the bottom through the middle of turns 1 and 2. Brings it up to the cushion. Bolts onto the back straightaway. Bacon around the hub at both ends here. Smith now going to dive it back down to the bottom at turns 3 and 4. Bacon's going to go ahead and move it up the racetrack on exit. They come around to the white flag and 1 to go. Right through the middle rolls the M1. Bacon. Car width different on his line as they work it at turns 3 and 4. Now Brady going to go up to the outside and see if he can make something happen. Hooks the cushion a little bit, upsets the car, and Mark Smith's going to come around to a heat race win. So Mark Smith grabs the win in Car IQ Heat Race number 2. Brady Bacon crossing in second. Logan Seavey, Chase Stock, and Justin Grant. 5 drivers moving on to your feature. Ruhlman, Simpson, and Hagenbottom unofficially rounding out your field. So your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he's out of Sunbury, Pennsylvania. Driving the Simpson Race Products A1 machine, Mach 1 chassis, number A1 race fans. Give him a hand, Mark Smith. So Mark Smith picking up Car IQ Heat Race number 2. Brady Bacon crossing in second. Logan Seavey in third. Chase Stockton in fourth. Justin Grant in fifth. Brian Ruhlman in sixth. Kobe Simpson in seventh. And Mike Hagenbottom unofficially rounding out your field. Tough way to start off last night here in Winter Dirt Games for Mark Smith. As mentioned, scrambling, trying to get that car set up. Feeling much better tonight. Had the car pretty much where he wanted it. And it pays off with the heat race win as he's going to roll it down into the infield. And Drake York's going to catch up with our winner from Car IQ Heat Race number 2.
Mark Smith rolls it down into victory lane here at Volusia Speedway Park, and a guy we normally see with the wings on, taking them off here for Winter Dirt Games. Of course, you talked about his success over time with the USCS Sprint Car Series, a 3-time Selinsgrove Speedway track champion. And that was no easy feat. He bested some of the best in non-wing sprint car racing right there. And Mark, Brady Bacon didn't make it easy on you there, but for a guy who does not run a lot of non-wing sprint car stuff, how big of a feather is it in your cap to beat guys like Brady Bacon, Justin Grant, Logan Seavey, just to name a few?
Well, it's a lot easier when you got a clean track in front of you. And, I mean, you can pretty much run this place wide open, and it's hard to tell yourself that when you ain't got one of those big pillows on top, but I was able to do it for a while. Hopefully we can get this thing good for the feature and see what happens. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool indeed for Mark Smith, and that's a big heat race win. That's going to put him inside the top 10 in tonight's feature event lineup in the M1. He's your winner of Car IQ Heat Race number 2.
K1 Race Gear Heat Race number 3, making his way out to the Speedway. Driver on the poles out of Tempe, Arizona. Driver the Baldwin Fox Racing, Fox Paving, Donut DRC number 5. It's going to be Stevie Sussex. Next to him is going to be Matt Goodnight out of Winchester, Indiana. The Lumber and Things, Claxon DRC Pallet Builders. Vivid Chemical Company number 39G. Robert Bellou, an engine change after qualifying for the Rockland, California driver in the Suburban Subaru. Dean's Waterfront Services, Berks Western Telecom, Core Installation, Donut DRC number 12. And lining up next to him is going to be Carson Garrett at Littleton, Colorado, the Hornbeck Concrete. Daywig Meets One Way DRC number 15. Kevin Thomas Jr. out of Coleman, Alabama, the Inferno Armor CSI, Lucas Oil Center, Rock City Racing number 3R. He'll go for the inside of row number 3. Next to him, last night's feature winner, Kyle Cummins out of Princeton, Indiana, going to roll off 6 in the Avante Windows and Doors Premier Recycling, Stanton Mach 1 chassis number 3P. Final row from the inside, Eddie Tafoya Jr. He's out of Chino Hills, California. Driver the Specialty Fasteners, BR Motorsports, King Racing Products, Rider DRC number 51T. And your final starter is going to be Eddie Vansil. He's out of Onley, Illinois. Driver the Lazy 8 Body Shop, Cummins DRC. Nutrient Ag Solutions, Pembroke Excavating number 7B. That'll be your scheduled lineup here for K1 Race Gear Heat Race number 3. K1 Race Gear was born in 2003 with the philosophy of offering products to customers that they would be proud to use. At K1 Race Gear, they are racers and they understand the value of buying quality racing products at a reasonable price. To meet the needs of their customers, they strive to provide quality racing equipment, including shoes, suits, driving gloves, helmets, and more to racers of all ages at a great value. Contact K1 Race Gear today or visit K1RaceGear.com for more information. Right quick, let's check in with Drake.
Brian, you just mentioned a second ago Robert Bellou in the number 12 changing that motor after Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Didn't get a chance to talk to Robert or any of the crew as it was a mad scramble from the second they came off the racetrack to just before the start of heat race number 2. It was madness back in the Bellou Motorsports pit. He got an engine start and he's good to go here for heat race number 3, rolling off from 3rd.
Robert Bellou mentioned earlier today that yesterday when they came out and reworked the track, they thought it was going to blow off a lot more. It didn't, so he'd actually detuned the engine, hoping the track was going to slick off. Instead, he needed that extra horsepower, so we'll see how he fares here in heat race number 3. Again, brought to you by K1 Race Gear. They work around the NOS Energy start can, and we go to green. Matt Goodnight going to lead him off into turns 1 and 2. Good jump on the outside, 3 wide possibly. Not quite. They thought about it for the second spot. Bellou backs out of the throttle. The door closing quickly on him. Stevie Sussex now going to charge back to the inside of the Baldwin Fox Racing number 5, looking for the race lead. Robert looked like he might have made just a little bit of contact with the wall there. Through turns 3 and 4 as he had her backed in. Gets the car back underneath him and now rockets onto the back straightaway. He'll climb back up into third. So kind of moving around the top 5 here through the opening laps. Bellou around the bottom, trying to get the run for second. He's got it from Goodnight. Takes it off at the bottom and goes to the outside. He will deal with chasing down Stevie Sussex right now. Bellou running in second. Matt Goodnight trying to hold the position. Instead, Carson Garrett going to charge to his inside, and he's going to bring the 3R. Kevin Thomas Jr. along with them. So the 39 going to get shuffled back to the final transfer spot here. Goodnight. Tafoya, Cummins. Problems into turns 1 and 2. Slow pace into turns 1 and 2 for the Avante Windows and Doors number 3P. And looks like he's going to be making the trip down to the Indian Metal finishing work area. As right rear down on the number 3. Looks like losing the tire in the middle of turns 3 and 4, so a lucky break. It didn't dig in and send him for a ride. Clock running on the work area, 60 seconds. So the crew going to work, and Drake York is down with an update.
3P of Kyle Cummins as they're going to put the bleeder in right now. Got to look at the Jacobs ladder, radius rod, bird cage, all look to be intact, and they're going to put the bleeder in it and put the right rear mud cover on it, and they'll send the 3P back out. He's still got a good little bit of time, and it looks like they're going to be able to finish this in plenty of time, Brian, as the side-by-side already behind the Avante Windows and Doors 3P.
Thank you very much. So a unwanted trip to the Indian Metal finishing work area, but the time on his side here, so they will get him buttoned up and refired. One of the changes for the 2025 season is the work area clock extended into the heat races, as well as your semi-feature events. Indian Metal Finishing is the official sponsor of the USAC work area. Indian Metal Finishing is a family-owned and operated business with 30 years of experience in the industry. Visit them online at IndianMetalFinishing.com. As they bring it back to green, Sussex leads the way with Robert Bellou on his back bumper into turns 1 and 2. 5 laps remaining. Bellou going to take a peek to the outside. Got a sniff of it, couldn't quite get there though. Sussex back down to the inside, the entry of 3, brings it wide at the exit to number 4, Robert Bellou, letting the right rear hum on the outside line and both into the Speedway. Picked up the heat race win last night, trying to pick up another one here tonight. Still, Stevie Sussex able to fend off the charge of the Madman for the time being. Kevin Thomas Jr. in third, Carson Garrett, Kyle Cummins right now. Those are the 5 transferring drivers. Robert Bellou going to diamond her down off at turn number 4, trying to get a run to the inside. Still not able to clear the Baldwin Fox Racing number 5. Stevie Sussex out of Tempe, Arizona. His first trip to the Volusia Speedway Park here in USAC National Sprint Car Competition. Doing a great job of holding off Robert Bellou for the time being, but they are about to have unwanted company. Kevin Thomas Jr. closing in. Now the pass for the lead. At the line, Bellou's got it. Takes it down across the racetrack. Steals the line away from Stevie Sussex, and he will bolt onto the back straightaway, leading the way with 2 laps remaining. Lap coat's going to fly this time off at turn number 4 in the pass for a second. Here comes KTJ. Kevin Thomas Jr. up into second now. Cummins fighting his way back forward, moves up into the 4th spot. Kevin Thomas Jr. making one last dive into turns 3 and 4. He'll see if he can drag race it out with Robert Bellou. Denied the advance, and Bellou going to pick up the heat race win. Kevin Thomas Jr., Stevie Sussex, Kyle Cummins, Carson Garrett, Eddie Tafoya, Matt Goodnight, and Eddie Vansell unofficially rounding out your field. So for the second time in as many nights, Robert Bellou picks up K1 Race Gear Heat Race number 3. He drives the Suburban Subaru. Deaton's Waterfront Service, Berks Western Telecom Core installation number 12. Race fans, give him a hand. Kevin Thomas Jr. in second, Stevie Sussex in third. Kyle Cummins, a fantastic rebound to fourth. Carson Garrett in fifth. Eddie Tafoya Jr., Matt Goodnight, and Eddie Vansil. Unofficially rounding out your field. Let's take it down trackside to Drake.
What a win for the madman Robert Bellou. They're still trying to dial in this motor that they popped in the 12 just after Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. And Robert, I feel like we could sit here and talk for hours about the last hour or so you and the team have had. Can you even begin to take us through it?
We had what we believe a mag failed, and it's just one of them deals. So obviously we got to the grind and got the motor changed, and my dad burned his hand pretty bad trying to get the antifreeze out of the motor, and you just owe it to your guys to sit up in the seat and try and figure out how to, pay them back for busting their ass. So obviously the racetrack's pretty good. It's better tonight than I say it was last night, and but it's slick where it's slick, boy. So we got some work to do to get this thing better. Got to thank Deaton's Waterfront Service, Suburban Subaru, Jane and Peter here this weekend. My girlfriend back at the merch stand for busting her butt. Jimmy Crawford, Rick, everyone, Todd for grinding this out. This is a tough task, and there's a lot of good talent here, and to be able to rebound after what we just went through over the last hour was pretty brutal. So we're not cut out like the Outlaw teams. We're not quite in shape and ready to change a motor in 15 minutes. So we're trying, and we'll just hope to put on a show for the fans tonight.
Well, the Bellou Motorsports team has been rewarded handsomely here with the heat race win after a motor swap earlier. And Robert, keen to do some more here in the feature event later tonight.
See what the man can do here as we roll into Hoosier Racing Tire Heat Race number 4. Gunnar Setzer out of Columbus, Indiana. The Davis Brothers S&C Machine. Chrome Dome and Transport KO Motorsports number 5G. Going to bring him down to the drop of the green flag. Outside, run number 1, Joey Amantia to Mount Pocono, Pennsylvania. The JP Masonry, Amantia Real Estate, Newman Chevrolet chassis number 88J. Second row from the inside, your Rush Sprint champion out of Toronto, Ohio. The Reisman Body Shop, Donut DRC. Bailey's Racing Products number 4J is going to be John Mollick. And outside of him, Ricky Lewis out of Oxnard, California, driving the Coyote Candle Company, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Morris Farms, Inferno Armor, Ricky Lewis Motorsports, number 41. Next row from the inside, Mitchell Moles out of Raisin City, California. He'll roll from 5th in the AME Electrical, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Kaiser Wills, Reinbold Underwood Motorsports, number 19AZ. And outside of him, it's going to be Jake Swanson at Anaheim, California, the Snake Enterprises, Inland Rigging, Donut DRC, number 5T. Final row from the inside, she comes to you out of Dillsboro, Indiana, the Southern Insurance, Heavy Duty Truck and Transmission Service, Donut Spike Blood Lubricants, number 4K. It's going to be Kayla Rell. And your final starter is all the way from Tillamore, New South Wales, Australia, driving the Yoss Valley Waste Services, Davis Brothers, Claxton Ripper, number 45 in. That is Troy Carey. That'll be your slated lineup here for Hoosier Tire Heat Race number 4. Hoosier Racing Tires' mission is to be the dominant, customer-driven provider of racing tires to teams domestically and internationally. Their extensive and continued success are dependent upon how well they meet their responsibilities to serve their customers by providing safe, quality products to amateur and professional motorsports. For more information on the tires designed for champions, go online to HoosierTire.com. Quick check of the odds at nxtbets.com/play USAC of your heat race winners here tonight. Robert Bellou coming in at plus 2209. Dason Persley at plus 1015. Mark Smith he would be the underdog for sure, plus 16,567. Bass and Aus Energy Start Cam. We get underway here with Hoosier Racing Tire Heat Race number 4. Gunnar Setzer working the bottom side. Joey Amantia working the outside. The Davis Brothers, number 5G, going to have the advantage on the inside as they work down the back straightaway. They continue that way through turns 3 and 4. Amantia now Trying to turn down the embankment a little bit, see if he can get a run. Not quite able to do so. Setzer going to lead on lap number 1. Amantia running in second. Ricky Lewis in the meantime closing quickly as he rides in that third spot. It'll be John Mollick, Mitchell Moles. Those 5 drivers right now sitting in a transfer spot, but here comes Swanson looking to the outside for 5th. The 5 trying to make a break up into a transfer spot off of turn number 4. He's got it. So the inland bringing number 5T going to take over the 5th spot here. John Mollick still running in 4th, battle for the 2nd spot. Ricky Lewis charges to the outside of Joey Amantia, the 41. Going to take over silver here and drop the 88 to bronze as they go side by side through turns 3 and 4. The gold medal so far in the hands of Gunnar Setzer. Caution as we got one stopped over in turn number 3. That is the 45, the Troy Carey. So a quick look at the replay, see if we can see what happened. Looks like just went in and around she stepped. So I mentioned your NXTbets.com/play USAC odds had Mark Smith listed at 16,567. A $100 or a $94 bet. Let's make that a $100 bet would net you $16,667. Of course, a reminder, those odds provided to us by NXTbets.com. Betting already set for the night, but you want to pay attention to those odds as we go in through the week, because every night you'll have a chance to possibly win when you sign up at NXTbets.com/playusac. Single file past the NOS Energy Star Can. Gunnar Setzer leading. Ricky Lewis running in second, as you saw earlier today, picking up the Wild Card Award from the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. That award is voted on by members of the media throughout the nation. And Ricky Lewis, last year's Wild Card recipient. Restarts in the 2nd spot. Amantia going to try to hold on to 3rd. He'll have Mollick and Swanson coming after him here on the restart. Mollick going to peek down to the inside as the run. And the pass into turn number 3. Now can he secure it as they work off a turn at number 4. Gunnar Setzer having no problems at the front of this one, though. Comes around to lead the way. Amantia at the line. Barely holds on to the race lead by .019 at the line. Mollick, though, with something to say about it, goes back to his inside, retakes the spot. Mollick back into 3rd. Amantia running in 4th. Now battle for the 5th spot. Swanson had it. The 19, Mitchell Moles, is the one he took it away from earlier in the heat race. Now Moles is trying to retake it. Works the inside line through turns 1 and 2. Swanson buries the right rear up in the cushion, gets up into the fluff just a little bit. That's going to cost him. Now here comes Moles looking for the insurance. He's going to dive to the inside of the 88 up across the racetrack. They're going to swap lines in the front straightaway. Challenge for the race lead as well. Ricky Lewis in the 41. Looks to the outside. Setzer. Oh, Lewis grabs the cushion. Thought he was going to grab the wall and go for a ride. What a save. You can throw them Fruit of the Looms in the trash after this one, because that was way too close for comfort for Lewis, but a great job of holding on to it. Mollick in the meantime running in 3rd. Mitchell Moles trying to steal that spot from him. Moles thus far not able to do so. Behind them, a battle for the transfer spot. Amantia and Swanson. Last time by it was the 88. This time it's going to be the 5. And making the pass when he needs to as they come around to the drop of the checkered flag. All eyes are on the transfer spot. Swanson steals it away. Moles crossing in 4th. Mollick in 3rd. Ricky Lewis in 2nd. But your winner in that one comes to you out of Columbus, Indiana. The Davis Brothers S&C Machine Chrome Dome at KO Motorsports. Stanton Ripper number 5G race fans. Give him a hand. Gunnar Setzer. Setzer grabbing the win. Ricky Lewis in 2nd. John Mollick in 3rd. Mitchell Moles, Jake Swanson, Joey Amantia, Kayla Rail, and Troy Carey unofficially rounding out your field. Let's go down to Drake.
Gunnar Setzer grabs the win in Hoosier Tire heat race number 4. With that heat race win, he locks into just his 4th career AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car Championship feature event. No B-main needed tonight for you, Gunnar. And you saw Ricky Lewis there up on the high side. Did you ever think about adjusting your lineup there, or were you just too good on the bottom to even think about leaving it?
You know, I think the car felt pretty good on the bottom, and I definitely looked up and saw that Ricky was behind me. I knew he was going to rip the top, so I tried to block, and it really didn't work very well. So that last lap, I knew I was pretty slow because it didn't have much traction coming off when I was sliding myself. So I just ran the bottom. I think we made a little bit of grip, and it felt pretty good. And the Davis brothers gave me a really good car, thanks to Kent and DJ, and everyone back at home supporting me.
Really good season last year in the midgets. He was second in Power Eye points, and tonight, as I said, no Elliott's Custom Trailers and Karts semi-feature needed for Gunner. That's all we have for you currently here with the AMSOIL USAC National Sprint Car Championship. We'll come back with our Elliott's Custom Trailers and Karts semi-feature here on Flow Racing.